Hey. Nice. Twink. There we go. Hey, I'm back, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining tonight. We're going to have a good video. Been gone for about 2 weeks now. Apologize for that. So thank you for those of you stuck around. For those of you new here, welcome to Common Sense Fishing. And we do live streams. We try to do them every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm thinking about trying to kick these babies off Monday through Friday. We're going to be doing the Tuesday, Thursday portions of my other channel, Common Sense Talks. So come on over and check me out if you'd like. That's where I talk about news, politics, opinion, gaming, sports, all kinds of crap. So, hey, RC Creative, nice to see you in the house tonight. Excuse me. I've got a good video planned for you guys. Fishing has been brutally tough for me. That's another reason you guys haven't been seeing much of me. I've got a hard decision to make on some repairs on the boat that are going to cost some money, so I got to take it in. But the main thing is I could still fish with it and kick butt. It's just I can't tournament fish until I get a few things done. So in the meantime, I'm really geared about getting a new fish finder, and we'll go over that. So yeah, long time no see, everybody. So thanks for jumping on Charles Chalk. But I'm going to hopefully be getting a new fish finder because, boy, I'll tell you, as the fall transition, been kicking my butt at first. The fish have been not on the bottom and not on the top sometimes. And then recently they've been just on the top mostly. So I've been dialing in and getting them with jerk baits, crank baits, spinner baits, LV 500s, moving them fast and on the top. I haven't been doing too good. I've gotten a few drop shot fish here and there, but I really need to get a fish finder because I know these fish are suspending right now, and they're coming up and they're moving to the surface. Then there's times when they're going back down towards the bottom. So yeah, I really got to pick up a new fish finder. That's what I want to be working on so I can put together some better fall and winter videos for you guys. Plus I need to show you guys on the fish finder like what I'm looking for and what I'm catching them off of. Good evening, Ronald. Nice to see you on tonight. So you know, it's been an interesting fall bite for sure, getting out there with no fish finder. So I haven't had a fish finder for the last year now, since the spot lock has been destroying my fish finders. When I first got it, super excited. And then like my first trip out, it cut my fish finder in half, the cord, the transducer cord, and proceeded to go through 3 other transducer cords within the period of a few months, which is just getting expensive. So I figured out this sheathing, and it seemed to work for about 3 to 4 months. And now it just doesn't seem to really be working anymore. And so I've got to, you know, I think the spot lock pinches it, and after a while, it just is communicating wiring, so it doesn't like being messed with. What's cracking? Nice to see you on, Racho. Long time no see, so I'm coming back at you guys with a double giveaway. Say I missed you guys. I'm sorry. It's been hectic. I've got some you know, not excuses, but a story about what's been happening the last 2 weeks. It's been kind of crazy. Me and the wife been having some conversations. There's been some stress and things going on with work and with the vaccine mandates and stuff like that. So we'll get you guys up to date on that later. But for now, I want to make sure everybody's having a good night. You know, we're going to talk about fishing. We're going to have 2 giveaways tonight, and you know, and get into fishing. So, you know, I've been talking right now when we opened up with how tough fishing's been for me. So I don't know if it's been for everybody else. If you have a fish finder, probably not so tough. If you're seeing them down there and you can't get them to bite, you really just got to throw lures that are in that depth range. So if they're 30 feet suspended over 60 feet, then you need to run 30-foot diving cranks or let a spinnerbait drop to 30 or whatever it may be, an A-rig. So we're going to talk about that right now. This is a perfect time of year with a little bit of wind to be throwing both the A-rig and the spinnerbait. So these are great lures to be using this time of year, along with jerk baits and walk the dog top water. Whopper plopper isn't so much the key right now. You want something that has erratic movement and that you can pause or you can kind of move fast. So I'd go with like something that does a walk the dog motion, a Zara spook or whatever the heck you want. So there's a lot of different lures out there, but something like with that type of movement and action. Yeah, you never done well with A rigs. Well, sometimes it's all about with an A rig. It's they work a lot of the time. Actually, you just got to dial in like where the fish are at with the A rig, and the A rig can almost always draw out a bite from the school unless they're on super finesse mode. When they're like smack down on the bottom, sometimes you can still pull a bite out of them with that when you bounce the A rig off the bottom and you let it sink and you work it kind of slow and you crawl it along. You'll get them hung up though and lose a lot of them. Or if you have a boat, you're going to use your lure knocker. But whenever the bait are balling up and the fish are feeding on them, A rig's key. During the wind too, especially during that time, it can do good. Spinner baits can do good. So we've been having a lot of wind lately. And for me, so it was really tough because I was bottom bouncing and throwing jigs and throwing LVs and couldn't get bit. And then I started realizing, okay, the fish have got to be suspended. And the last few weeks, it's been kind of relatively good weather. So in the morning, you can get them on top water, but then it shuts down. They become really hard to catch, right? And I'm throwing bottom bounce and stuff. I'm cranking. I'm doing other stuff. I'm just not having any luck. And I just started doing some random, weird, crazy stuff out in open water because every once in a while you'd see a fish jump. So I'm like, okay. And it would be a bass. Like you'd see it chasing something and poof, blow up, right? Like, oh. So then I'd start throwing out in that range and working lures anywhere from a couple feet from right below the top down to maybe 20 feet deep. And I started smacking them 20, 30 feet deep, 15 feet deep. So I started catching the fish and realizing right now they're all over the place and they're in big schools. They're not actually that hard to catch if you can find them and dial in what depth. So Fish Finder really helps right now. If you're struggling to catch them right now in the mother lode lakes or deeper lakes, that's probably the cause. Is they're moving anywhere from they could be at the top water 1 minute and then down 50, 60 feet deep the next, it seems, or in different locations or spots on the lake, or they're just cruising and moving. And right now, so far, the sweet spots seem to have been about 20, 25 feet deep, suspended over between 40 and 60. Now, it's really hard to tell that without a fish finder, but using a drop shot and counting down, I'm really good at guesstimating my depth with a drop shot. I fished like with a drop shot for a good long time now, but it became a lure in the winter of like 2012 or 13 that I just, as soon as I like really picked it up and got good with it, it became hard to fish with anything else. It was just so addicting. So it's snowing there and getting a bass is a pain in the ass. Oh, for you guys who are, if you're in a cold climate and or if the water turns cold, so for us guys here in this area, this will be a tip that'll ring true in December, January. But for you guys up there in the cold weather, basically blade baits is one of the best ways, and a float and fly is your second. Like between those two, that's what I would do. So I would have both rods were going to be spinning setups, and a float and fly, you're going to have a bobber stop that you can adjust at different lengths, right? So on your line first is you're going to put a bead. You're going to feed the bead up. Then you're going to put a bobber stop on your line, right? Tie that nice and tight and make sure there's not a bunch of tag ends sticking out. And if you're using that one or the rubber ones, whatever, right? So you use a bobber stop and then you're going to put the bobber on. Then after the bobber, you're going to do like a drop shot style hook. Spear point hooks have been doing real good. Shout out to like Ryan Cook and all the other guys who I think sponsored by them. So they first put us on them like almost a year ago, like 8 months ago, out at like something like that out at Kelsey Bass Ranch, and they were working pretty good to keep the fish pegged. So something like that, right? And then what you want to do is take a split shot or two and put it right above the hook, like right above the hook, right? How's it going, Funk? And then take like a 1.8 or 2 point something, just a little tiny Kitech. You want it to have a paddle tail so that if it barely moves, it has movement. Or you use an actual fly, right? You use an actual little fly, not like a fly, but they're like bass flies. They're little, they're hair jigs, like 1/6 or 1/16 ounce, 1/18 ounce, or something like that. They got, or one like 12th ounce. They got weird size weights, right? And they're little tiny hair jigs, and you take those, right, and you find the fish. If you can find them on your radar, or if they're on the bottom, what you can do is you can start, because sometimes the fish, even in the winter, will be in 3 to 5 feet of water, or even down to 60, right? So you can take it and go to some of your favorite spots, take your floating fly and start with your leader at about 5 feet, and then cast it into 5 feet of water, and then pull it and work it and give it line all the way out, starting from 5 over to about 10 or 15. And if your bobber doesn't get bit, then you just pull your thing in and adjust your bobber stop and cast deeper, and keep doing that over and over. The floating fly is a wicked, wicked devious way to catch bass in cold weather. And then the other one is a blade bait, something that has a very tight wobble, right? They say in the wintertime, things need to move fast, but not really like far, little spurts. And then the motion shouldn't be wide and wobble. It should be real tight. So like Rapala lures are really good in the winter, certain real tight body cranks and jerk baits. Jerk baits can be really fire in the winter, and blade baits, LV500s, and floating flies, as well as, like, say, a shaky head, a Ned rig, or a drop shot. And then the key is sometimes in the winter is to finding out how they want the bite. So I'll tell you guys for a fact that when I had a good working fish finder, I'd be on like a point and I'd see fish down in like 40 feet of water, and there'd be like 5 or 6 of them, and it'd look like a nice little grouping of them. And I'd drop my drop shot down, right? And I'd sit there and I'd watch the little fish, and 5 minutes in of jiggling and wiggling, no bites, right? Then you know what I'd do is I would basically then change to stopping wiggling and dancing my worm, to letting my worm, say I'm worming a 10-inch leader, letting my worm die to the floor and then leaving it there like a dead stick. Then maybe after a few seconds, pop it up and let it die, instead of bouncing and wiggling it, like swimming it around. Let it actually fall and die, and work it different ways. And if you're casting it out and bringing it into you, one of the other things is instead of hopping it, is you might slowly drag it, like painfully slow, and then reel the slack in, and then do it real slow. And you'll feel that little, especially if you're fishing 35, 40 plus feet deep, 60 feet deep, which the bass will be in the wintertime. When it gets that cold and the lake turns over, the bottom of the lake's going to be warmer. So it all depends on the bait fish, all oxygen content, all that good stuff. But they will go hang out down that deep. I've caught them in like 90 feet, 100 feet deep, actually. Bass is like sea fishing. It's awesome. It's crazy. But you don't want to do that in a tournament, because you need to get the fish back in right away, or else you can kill them. Because, they'll have their air bladder won't be set up correctly. It'll be over, what would it be, overexpanded or something. So they won't be able to right themselves. And if you keep them out long enough, when you go to release them, they'll be screwed. You have to know how to fizz them if you have a fizzer, to either do it through the throat or through the side. So anyways, but yeah, definitely right now, if you're in some cold areas, look those, if you guys want, we could talk about those more. So float and fly, blade bait, tight wobble, stuff like that, jerk baits, LV 500s with little tiny hops. That's my little special method. Oh yeah. So I got a little special bottle for tonight to celebrate being back. Boom. There we go. In honor, or in not in honor, but like, in the spirit of good old Vince, otherwise known AKA as Virgil. Where's the top? Let me crack this VZ open. We're gonna have a giveaway tonight, folks. So I think we still have to get Jeff Garcia. We got Brian Pritchard, his card. Me and him went fishing out at Lake Don Pedro, and I fixed his air conditioner too. And cool dude. And it was tough, I figured that they were at the end of the day. I figured that they were towards the actual top of the water I figured they were still in 20. I figured they were still in 20 feet deep, or suspended down 20, 25, or even 30 feet deep over 60. In reality, they were actually in the top 10 feet of the water column the last couple of days. Before this major storm came in, we had the storm front. Like, it was cloudy. It was kind of raining on us, but there was no wind. It was warm. It was comfortable. And the bass were not hitting top water really, but they weren't hitting anything deep. It was real weird. So I had to figure it out by burning things across right near like a wake bait. I started getting cracked, and that's how I caught some fish before the day was over. And then I caught one out of like 60 feet deep. And I was like, this is lame. I don't want to fish like this all day. So I threw that back. And then I figured out, that they were actually up more towards the top. And I knew that. And I actually lost a few too. So, because I got my hook straightened out on my LV 500 kind of halfway. Wasn't doing too good. So I ended up losing a few and then noticing, damn. Oh yeah, a sip of that and a convo. That's what I'm saying, right? So I wish like I could reach through the tube of views, and be like, here, folks, take a shot. Round on me. So thank you guys for being part of the show. Again, apologize for being gone for like almost 2 weeks. It's been pretty stressful because we had to have a serious discussion about, like, we almost flipped out or freak out a little bit when it hits home that you could lose your job over the vaccine mandate, because it's not that we're anti-vaxxers. So on this channel, I want to make that clear. It's just medical reasons. We've already had the coof twice, and haven't had it in like the last year. Just been perfect, been good. And then the other thing is like both of us have severe allergies, right? So the doctor recommends, hey, if you have severe allergies, it might not be the greatest thing. So anyways, she's a school teacher, might lose her job. So we might have 3 months, and then she might have to, so we were like, oh, are we going to sell the house? Because, we own our house. What are we going to do? Move or do this and that? And it's like, you know what? We just chill and just do us and just continue on. And then if it happens, it happens, but we'll be all right. And there's always other jobs that we can get. I own my own business. We'll figure it out, and who knows? Hopefully this won't be forever. Things might go back to normal, or whatever happens. But I support my wife, and so we had a real rough, the dog's dying of cancer. So I ain't trying to bring a downer to the night, make sure this all keep it happy. Salute, cheers to see everybody here. But the last 2 weeks been just a real rough. And then I go out and I go fishing, and like I catch like 3 fish a trip, and I would even share it with you guys, but I forget to record one of them. And then the other fish, I hit record, do the whole thing. I'm all excited. I get them. It's like a 3-pound spotted bass. And then I look and it's like SD card error. I'm like, I think this SD card's a little old and I need to retire it. So I've used it a bunch of times, and it's got the original file of me getting like two of my double digits. So it's like it's got two 10-pounders on it, but it's barely got any space. I deleted all the other files. But so, anyways, I was like, and then I've been fishing another time for like half of a day, and we caught like two fish that day too. It was real tough. Um, but that's what put me on that the fish weren't nowhere near where I thought they were. Like I had to reacclimate. Now I know where they're at, but the thing is with this system that came in our area here, we had a nasty system come in. So the fish they're going to be doing some different things right now. But I can't wait to get a new fish finder, because as soon as I have a fish finder, I know what I'm doing, game on. So if I have a working fish finder, usually I can figure them out and we can hammer them. Now at Lake Tulik, we had a working fish finder, and I managed to catch two in like half a day, and they were both decent. But it wasn't. It was a tough day. So fall transition been kicking my butt this year a little bit, but I haven't been out. Like usually I fish 3 times a week. So with work, it's been like, wow, this has been a real crazy year. We're trying to do the Troy Drive. So shout out to those of you guys who've donated and gone fishing, done stuff like that. So we're going to be pushing that the next couple months on the channel too, letting everybody know, hey, if you're interested in coming out with me on a fishing trip, we're doing a toy drive to help the needy kids this Christmas, because with this whole lockdown and with the supply crunch, with inflation, it's just things been pretty tough on people. So we're trying to help out here, do something positive. So thanks everybody. Let's see here. Get a doctor note, right? Yeah, exactly. Salut again. Yeah. Some Rapala, jigging Rapala this winter for walleye out here for sure. That's one of the ways. Keeping it real. Nice to see you on tonight. Oh yeah. So, anyways, I was just making sure I catch up, read everybody's comments. I get going on a rant, and I don't want to interrupt myself, because you guys know how it is. I go down a tangent, or else I forget what I was talking about. Get all excited, but. Cheers, everybody. Happy Monday. I got my wife's little wine bottle because, believe it or not, it's like the only glass cup in the house that survived, because we got so sick of it. It's like our house is just all plastic or like generic or metal coffee cups and stuff like that, or like some random coffee cups, because it's like all the glass has been, we have 5 kids, 4 in the house still, and they're all teenagers, but they weren't all teenagers, right? We've been together since my youngest was 3, just barely turned 4. And it's like, this is the only glass in the house. And I'm like, I'm not drinking this out of no dang plastic. So couldn't find well, we got plenty of shot glasses, but the problem is they're all like from some trip or famous thing or place or thing we went to, because that was our thing, was collecting shot glasses for a while too. So like when we went to New York and we drove through like 20 something states, we got shot glasses from all of them. So anyways, I was like, well, screw it. It'll do, I guess. Right. Rainbow cup, rainbow bright. Yeah. I actually used to watch that when I was a kid. That's too funny. All right. Let's pull up the Wheel of Names site. We're going to have 2 giveaways tonight. We're going to have one for the members and one for the subscribers. How's everybody doing this fine Monday night? Has anybody been doing any fishing before this weather's turned nasty? Any plans? Maybe the weather's not quite nasty in your area yet, or it has been. Like Terrible at fishing up in his area, he said it's been snowing. So I know he's been having salmon up in his lake too right now. I think the Kokanee. So they should be already just about done right now, where they're they're one and done, son. They run up, they do their thing, and how do you get on the wheel? Well, you're a subscriber, Funk. You're good. Just everybody here tonight who's live is going to get entered who is a subscriber. The members, we're going to do everybody. So, yeah, the Delta has been, I've been wanting to go to the Delta because I have a feeling the bite's going to be really good there. But the lakes, like I have a feeling the bite's good at the lake. I mean, Cook's been doing good up there. It's all about just being on them there because there's so much open water, so much places for them to be too. You got to understand, like, figure out, are they in mid lake, up lake, south lake? Are they on the sunny shore, shady shore? Are they on rocks or dirt, steep walls, or are they suspended on the bottom? And these mother lode lakes too can be so tough at first until you get dialed into them. Then once you get them in, they're not bad. It's like a cycle. You get a feel for the fish. They move. They go in to shore, they pull away, they sink and they go to the bottom, they pop up to the top, and and you can kind of get a feel based on the weather patterns, what time of year, what they should be doing. So oh yeah. Nice. Good job, Charles. Great fishing at McClure. Yeah, I haven't. I've been to McClure and I did good last time I went. Actually, like I did okay. I had like 7 pounds or 8 pounds maybe for my five fish, maybe even a little better, maybe nine at the most. But and that was when like 6 and 7 pounds were winning tournaments, and I caught like maybe 25, 30 fish, but I only got like maybe 15 or something on video because a bunch of them were dinks. So it was just like, why I just got Sam, you're gonna get a kayak someday. So the problem with a kayak and me is I weigh like 275. I'm like football player build, and there's a couple of ponds or places I would really like a kayak in. For example, the Merced River. And I'm kind of ghetto, dude, right? So maybe if I get rich and successful, just to have one and to fish out of it, yeah. But during my struggling times right now, I'm doing all right. But once I get really secure in life, hopefully, or at least semi more secure than I am now, it'd be nice just to have one to tote around and say, hey, look, and get out there and have some fun and do it. But I've got to have a really high end one. So I got to break some bread, put some nice money in because I'm a big dude. So I've got to have real stability. I can't have a roll factor being in there. Excuse me, I'll flip the boat real quick. So, there's a lot of things that go into whether or not I could get a kayak, right? And all the fisheries. So, I'm in the Central Valley, California. So, two of the best fishing places where a kayak would come in handy, maybe three of the best places is going to be the California Delta, where you can launch anywhere, the Merced River or any of the river systems. Man, the river systems. All right, thanks, man. So the river systems are good for kayaks and any of the ponds. There's so many ponds here, awesome ponds. Only problem is again is ease of getting down to where I'm going to fish with my stuff, my truck, the kayak, right, my big bodied self, because I'm not trying to drag it down and up all these crazy things. So, that narrows down like where you can fish with this kayak. And then most of those places are going to be fishable in a bass boat too. I have a bass boat. So it's like what I do have, if you guys want to see a funny video or two, is I have a blow up raft. And I kid you not, every once in a while, I take my blow up raft and I hop my fat butt inside and I spin in circles and I catch fish all day doing it. And it's hilarious. And I've got about three videos, I think, out with me and the purple and yellow Viking looking raft. It's like a Walmart raft, Wally World raft. It's hilarious. And I get out there and I whack them, and I've got like some nice 3 and 4 pound spotted bass in it. I've had some good times in that thing. So usually, if I'll fish the kayak, I'm just going to take the blow up raft. I take the blow up raft, my little pump. So looking like a tweaker type dude out there, you'll see me blowing up my raft with a fake cinder block for a weight with a rope, and like a milk crate and no trolling motor, nothing, just and an oar, and then like my tackle box, like something condensed, so like best lures of what I want to fish with, all into like a little to go box. Maybe I could do a video one day and show you guys like what would be my like A team to go box. Like if I was gonna have a small, because believe it or not, yeah, I didn't always have a bass boat. Just actually barely got one like 7, 8 years ago. My first one fished in for like 3 or 4 years. Now I have had this one for about a year and a half, 2 years. So, but for 30 years, I fish from the shore and I pond fish. So I got all kinds of shore fishing tips that I know, or also I fished, in a raft a lot of times. And before these like kayaks were really a big thing, we fished in blow up rafts, right? That's just what we did. And you just be real careful not to pop it or put a hole in it. Or if you do, and like in my case, sometimes just like after half a day, you start getting low, you just paddle yourself to shore and you get out and you just blow it back up and get back on the water and away you go. Oh man. Yeah, all of those things are cool. So I'd love to play with some nice, cool toys. Get a cool kayak and do like a kayak show. Even get out on the delta, the river systems, and some other stuff. Spend a little time on the kayak or something like that. In the meantime, I do have a raft. I do like taking it out. I think I might do the river before they close it. They close it October 31st. So river level super low. So I'm not knowing what I might want to do or not do, but might go out to the river and float it and try to go smack some bass. Usually do really good, but right now we're in a nasty drought. We've got some rain, so hopefully that's put some water in there. So we'll see how it goes. But anyways, yeah. If I get down that path, that would be something I'd definitely be interested in pursuing, just for hobby's sake and fun's sake. But I'm explaining why it's something that's not on my main to-do list right now, because it's just not feasible for me financially to get a really nice one, because I've got only so much money, right? And then my boat that I already own already needs so many repairs and so much crap done to it. I want to tournament fish. So I have the money right now to get one. But down the road, I'm hopefully playing all my cards right and investing correctly and working hard and growing my HVAC business that I own, the Air Doctor Heating and Air, 5-star reviews on Google, no bad reviews. Doing this so far for 2 years as my own C20 HVAC contractor. But I've done this for 15. So hopefully the business grows, things get better. And then I'll take money from there and put it here, because I'd like to see this grow. One day I'd like to do what I love, my passion, fishing, stuff like this. Maybe even like a blog like type thing. And like my other show, Common Sense Talks, if you guys want to go support that, I'm going to be putting much more content out of that channel. If you want to know more about like current events, my take on, hey, let's go Brandon, stuff like that. If you want to just go down like the comic stuff, the collectible stuff, just different cool things that we usually don't talk about on this channel. That's what that other one's for. So Common Sense Talks. This is Common Sense Fishing. So thanks for watching. We're going to have one of the giveaways here soon. We usually roll until about 9 o'clock, so we'll hold the first one here soon. Then we're going to have another one in a second, and everybody can re-qualify. Like as far as if we do a members one, to subscribers, you got to kind of wait it out and wait, but the members can join in on the next one. So it's everybody basically, because it's for the viewers, for you guys. So big thank you guys for being supporters of the channel, for being here when I'm back, and also just to show you guys, we have some content that hopefully will be changing and coming soon. The room's it doesn't look like it, but it's been massively trying to undergo some changes. There's a lot of stuff over here. I'm going to be moving things around. So this room was basically also unoccupiable for the last 2 weeks. So I got to clean it. I got to like do all of this crazy stuff. But, look forward to being back doing these shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and getting on a good bite and putting you guys on them. So right now, if you're fishing at the Delta, I'm hoping to put you guys on, a really on fire jerk bait bite, LV 500 bite, and also hopefully, like a Rapala crankbait. We're going to be throwing a bunch of different stuff out there, see what works. I know that the striper is still running out there pretty good. There's salmon out there pretty thick. So there's a whole smorgasbord of fish to be caught. It should be interesting and fun. As always, we're going to be heading out with Virgil, or Old Dirty Bassin. So one of my good friends there. And we're going to be taking one of his friends, also one of my friends. I think we're bringing Darren or Daryl. I don't know. I don't remember which one he said's coming with us, but all right, let's read some comments here. So, because I know Terrible is a bigger guy, like you were saying. He says, he's heavy. He's 300. I'm 275. So your moat can only cost 900. You have outriggers. TAF jealous. It's a tiny boat, right? Yeah. He's a yak killer. Fishing on a kayak is the best angling experience. I've fished on one and I've caught fish out of them before. But I've rolled my kayak too. I had a cheap like $300 one, and it was fun. Even when I rolled it was in the summer, but I was mad, that I lost like half of my lures and stuff because I had a little to go tackle and I flipped over. Lost all my terminal tackle, or a lot of it. Love you. Mm-hmm. Ooh, look at what's for dinner tonight, folks. Dun-dun-dun-dun. We're going to go back to that special. The lovely wife's going to be bringing in dinner if I'm going to be handing these, every other day or so or every day. And today we have pasole. Actually, she cooked this homemade at home, and it's super, super awesome. So we're going to be having this tonight for dinner. Yeah. So don't mind me slurping away here. Did I cover Don Pedro fishing yet? Junior TOC this weekend. All right, so you want to talk about Pedro. Pedro kicked my butt pretty bad on 2 trips, and then I got revenge on the last one. But it was right before this cloud cover came in. So, the cloud cover was here, and it was but it wasn't like nasty wind. It wasn't rain, and the temp drops weren't necessarily here yet. So I have a feeling fishing is going to change a little bit. But for the last week or so, I'd say it's been almost all top water or top water column. So jerk baits, soft jerk baits, flukes, top water, walk the dog, stop, pause, wait a second, give it some time, slow things down a little bit. And then also try speeding them up. It's been so wacky and weird. I've been finding that sometimes they want things just burning and moving, and you'll just get slammed and stopped. Like, yes. And then sometimes they want things dying and like moving slow, but they're in the top 1 to like 10 feet of water is where they were at for me the last week or so. And they're moving and fluctuating, obviously down in 30 or 40 feet. I got like a 3-pound spotted bass on the LV 500 in about 35 feet of water over about 50 feet or 60 feet, I would guess. So I was 10, 20 feet off the bottom, yo-yoing an LV 500, ripping it, and got tore up. Then I also, if you want to know, this is the honest to God truth, I spotted a 6 to 8 pound spotted bass in Mexican Gulch on the right-hand side. So if you're in Pedro and you're launching from Fleming, and I don't know if it's Mexican Gulch or it's the next one over, I think maybe. So when you come in from the main point from where the old dam's at, going to the main lake on the right. So if you come in Fleming and you launch and you're staring out into the lake, and to the right is where you'd go, to go shoot up the lake. And then there's that point across from you. And there's that first big cove that has a couple of real long, shallow islands. It was not that one.
It was the next one when you go around that big rocky point that's right across from Fleming and to the left a little bit, and there's that bathroom right there. Well, stop before you get to the bathroom. You stop right at about the bathroom, and there's these houseboats that are right near the shore, and there's a cable that runs across them, and there's a big buoy. They're hanging right on that buoy and that cable. A monster, like 6 to 8 pound spotted bass, and like a 3 to 4 pound spotted bass. I've seen this that in the fall sometimes when the weather conditions and the water temperatures are just right, the bass will go through like a false spawn. They don't spawn again, but they kind of move up into similar water and they kind of mimic similar patterns and they cruise the shoreline in that certain like 1 to 15 feet of water and they kind of move up and down and they'll have like a partner with them usually too. And kid you not, that's exactly what I seen. A monster like 6 to 8. I'm going 6 on the low end and saying realistically this thing was probably about 7 pounds, maybe 8 at the tops. But it was a massive spotted bass. You could tell clear as day, and it had an easy. I mean, this thing the I had caught a 3 pounder that day, right? So I catch a 3 pounder, and I'm looking in the water at something bigger, easy than what I caught, like by at least a pound or two. So like a 3.5, 4 pounder easy, like a 4 pound spotted bass, and that's the small one. And the one next to it looked like almost double. I'm like, holy shit! And I cast it at them and I spooked them, and they just both swam off around me, and they stayed in that same kind of pattern, and it was weird. I was like, oh man. So I don't know if those bass will stay in that area. They may, being that it's kind of like a false spawn. Either way, they were out by the houseboats, holding on to structure. So I would take a jerk bait and I would give it a try fishing the houseboats. And believe it or not, this may sound stupid, fish the cables. I swear to you, fish the cables and the buoys. Fish. When you fish the cable, don't fish across it. Fish parallel with it. Fish on the right side of it and bring it down. Fish on the left side of it and bring it down. For some weird ass reason, spotted bass will hold on cables. Sometimes largies will too. It's the nuttiest shit I've seen, but this is honest to God. That's the real deal tip from the Motherlode Lakes that we've found since we were little kids. We realized fish hang on cables for I don't know, but it is a hard, solid surface, regardless of how big or whatever. But the fish can sense it, feel it. They know it's there, even if it's not big, and it's just but that's still a thick and the fish, like I don't. It's the oddest thing in the world, but I've seen so many bass on cables, and right now the fish have been suspended or near the top water. So now here's what could change, though. You gotta understand, we didn't have any rain really. Water temps are still relatively warm. Nights aren't that cold yet, and we had some cloud cover. It actually gets colder when there's no cloud cover. The cloud cover works like a blanket and helps maintain the humidity and the heat because humid air takes longer to cool down and warm up than dry air. Dry air will heat up and cool down quickly, right? And so when there's no cloud cover and it's just that's when you get those freezing cold Central Valley nights here in this area, right? And so what can change is we've also had a nasty weekend of brutal wind and rain. So you're going to have debris fields coming in near Moccasin. You're going to have water coming in creeks. So the dynamics of the lakes are going to probably change. I would bank on them still being in the top half of the water column, moving up maybe shallower now and pushing into creeks, fresh water, because that should be where the bait fish and also where other stuff is going to be brought down. So that is also where some of the largemouth should be, because sometimes it seems like the largemouth and the spotted bass are doing two completely different things a lot of the time. Sometimes not. Sometimes they'll be schooled up together, or you'll catch fish, near each other. But a lot of the times I found largemouth like doing their thing while spots seem to be doing theirs, and you can almost specifically hone in on them. And if that's how you want to win a tournament, you're trophy fishing, you need to fish for largemouth, right? Unless you're going for the big trophy spots. Like I said, I seen like a 6 to 8 easy, like a mind-boggling spotted bass over across from Fleming, just like blew my gourd. So, anyways, hopefully that helps. So, the jig bite should start turning on soon, especially when the water level starts raising and the crawdad holes start, they start coming out and they start doing their thing. I think there's a fall mating season, or is it the I got to double check. I don't want to misspeak. But it's important also to learn about the bait fish that your fish eat. And so if there's a lot of crawdads in the lake, you want to know how to spot where those crawdads would be. What kind of rock are they going to be in? And or if they're not even in the rock, which they are sometimes, they can be in great numbers in the rock. What other shoreline they can be in certain mud. So wrapping up that last compressor job, huh? Nice. I did a double compressor like 3 weeks ago, and then another compressor like a week and a half ago. Freaking almost threw my back out doing that shit. But, hey, work's work. So, but hey, you got the little compressors, but still, like, it takes a fine tooth and comb, like, to do that real fine brazing and tight spots with the little specialty torches. I would frustrate me, like, why would the engineer put this here, that there? Why didn't they spin it around and make the connections over here? So, anyways, always fun when you work mechanically with things. You curse the engineer, the planner, the designer, at least once a day. Like, who the hell built this way? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But, yep, I know how it is. We only nitrogen braze, all that triple evac. So we had minestrone. Good on a cold night. Ain't it though? Thanks for jumping on Terrible at Fishing. Yeah, trolling motor. Yeah. It's that soup time of year, isn't it? Reading everybody's comments. So thanks for being with us tonight. We're going to have ourselves a members giveaway. I think we're going to do that one. We'll do that one at 7. And we'll be following up with a just for all the subscribers. Everybody can jump in on that. We're going to have another one. Big thank you guys for me being gone for a couple of weeks. So I'm back. Hopefully we're going to have some good tips and tricks coming up soon, because I really busted my butt out at the lakes these last couple of weeks getting beat up to figure out what the hell these dumb fish were doing. But I know they're going to be changing now. So I want to get back out there and get some updated conditions after this storm front. I think fishing's going to change a bit. So we're going to see how much water is coming into these lakes. It's going to make a big difference. What are the prizes? We've been doing $50 Bass Pro Shop gift cards. So I was figuring doing 2 of those tonight. So we usually try to make it worth it for you guys and gals, saying thank you guys very much. So as you can see on the title, I don't usually try to blast what it is. Sometimes I even do bigger stuff. So for Christmas, I've got something big planned. I'm not going to really say what it is, but every single member of the channel is going to get something from me. So I'm basically going to play Santa Claus. So December, everybody, we're going to spin the wheel until everybody wins, or we'll do something funny like that. But either way, all members are going to win. So we're going to have a nice giveaway come December. So I've been saving up for that. Big thank you for the whole channel. I'm proud. I'm excited. You know what, too? It's crazy. We've been doing more growing this last 2 weeks. I've been taking a break than when I was really pushing the 2 weeks before that. It seems like YouTube's like, oh no, he stopped making videos. Let's push his stuff for him. It's like, you jerks. So I got some more views this last few weeks. Not even doing anything. I was like, cool. So hey, but I'm back. We're gonna try to be doing this every night, Monday, Wednesday, Friday here, Tuesday and Thursday on Common Sense Talks. We're gonna be talking about crazy stuff like we'll give you guys some samples. Of course, let's go, Brandon. We're talking about say financial craziness, Bitcoin, Shiba, cryptocurrency. Just like the inflation, hyperinflation, food shortages, production, supply issues, like why all this is happening. I try to not be too political about it and just be more factual. Okay, like this is what is happening. This is the cause. This is the effect, or at least my opinion on it, right? And I'm always open to being changed. It's a pretty free and open channel where we have fun. We talk about a lot of different stuff. I've also done video game reviews, movie reviews. I'll break down music. I want to start moving and doing some music and putting it out over there. Believe it or not, I've got like 6 albums of music made from my past that I never released. Some of it's terrible, but some of it's actually pretty good. But it needs to be remastered and redone. So, but anyways, now that I've got a little studio, I've actually got a recording program, got the Adobe Premiere, all that crap. So we're going to be doing some stuff like that on the other channel. So go hop on over, hit that subscribe button if you guys would like. That's Common Sense Talks. But so those are going to be on Tuesday, Thursday, and on the weekend if I get a chance when I'm not doing anything. That'll be the channel that I hop on to just chill with everybody. We'll be Common Sense Talk. So catch me over there on the weekend. We're going to be doing giveaways again. Of course, it's a great way to help the channel grow, but a good way to help give back to the community. So I like to share. I'm not making any money really on this. Of course, the channel's monetized. Great. I made like $600. So I do this more to, again, grow the channel, grow the support, grow everything, but to give back, say thank you for the loyal supporters and followers and people to just watch and listen and hang out. So you guys are, you guys are awesome. I got a great channel here. We don't get trolled too much, but when we do, I handle it, I think, okay. And we like to absorb those fellow trolls into the fold, welcome them on, and say, thank you, and thanks for being part of the team. Do I play an instrument? No, I'm the singer / vocalist, and I can edit, mix, and I understand all the software. I never really got put into playing an instrument. If I was ever taught or tried to, I guarantee you I could probably learn it pretty quick. I just never really picked up the proclivity or like the desire to play the instrument. So I've always wanted to write the music and sing the music. And I don't sing necessarily. I can, okay. I can change my pitches pretty good. I'm more of a deep singer. So if I actually sing, I have a deep voice, but that's not me singing, but hold on. I can hit a really low pitch, So if I want to sing, I can go baritone and I can do all kinds of crazy stuff. So, but I'm not much of a singer, right? So, but vocalist, I can do rock, country, rap, all kinds of stuff. But I like being creative too. Kind of think of me almost like Weird Al sometimes. I'll have fun, right? So I'll poke fun at stuff. I'll make fun fishing videos, fun fishing music videos. But I've also got some crazy stuff. I've got some stuff. I've got a song that I made for my son when he passed away. So when my son passed away, it was my firstborn child. It just was brutal. It hurt really bad. And we wanted to have a funeral for him. And we wanted to have like services and all that. So I didn't know what to do, what music to play, but I'm a musician, right? So, or
lyrically minded. So I actually made a song that I played at his funeral that I performed and played. And I didn't perform it, but I mean, like, I did everything and made this song and recorded it and cut it before his funeral. And we played it during his funeral when when we were having like the whole minute or whatever where you do between people talking and all that good stuff. So anyways, I've done a lot of different stuff. We do the toy drive, so if you're new here, come on. I mean, most people know by now that I collect toys and that I give them away at Christmas for the needy kids. So we do a lot of crazy stuff here. Oh heck yeah, for sure. I'm down. You just got to hit me up, keeping it real. So let me know like when you plan on going fishing, and if you think you want to have an open seat for me, say hey if you can or if you want to, or just wing one out to me. Because what's been happening is, I'll be very honest, right? I own my own business, so when I have work and service calls coming in, I take that. I make my own money. It's great. I love work for myself, but I don't have a super solid, steady flow of work because I'm a newer contractor, right? And then I'd also have to put a lot of money into marketing to make my phone ring, which I don't really want to spend just quite yet. The marketing I'm going to spend this time is going to be pre-summer marketing. So what I have is I have another contractor, another buddy who owns his own HVAC business, and it's all commercial and in the Bay Area. So I subcontract out my labor to him and get paid basically straight cash, and then I have to set aside my own taxes and all that good stuff, like 1099 myself. So I take what work I want. So I can take a whole week off, or I could work 5 days for this guy. So what happens is I try to leave a day or two for me to work my jobs to make money and grow my business. And then if I don't have much calls, I'll try to market or do some stuff online. And then I work for him, right, to stay busy until I'm so busy I can't work for him anymore, because I'm not working for him, I'm working with him. So it's an awesome opportunity. So I'm taking it. But if I know, hey, let's fish this day, I could take it off. It goes for anybody that wants to go fishing with me. I take any subscriber fishing, viewer fishing. I'm super open and down to go just fish anytime. So I'm easy going like that. I took Brian fishing. We went out to Lake Don Pedro and got our butt kicked, but I got 3 that day. So, but hey, like I said, I got some revenge. But fishing has been a little bit tough this last few weeks, and there's been a lot on the plate. So I haven't been able to drop any cool videos. But I want to make sure I didn't miss this live stream. They were here for you guys. So anyways, I know you guys are waiting. Let's get this giveaway over, right? He said double giveaway, right, man? When's this burnout going to get to it? All right, well, let's do it. We're going to hold the first one at 7. I think we'll do the second one around 8 o'clock. So make sure you guys stick around. For those of you guys who are new here, welcome to the channel. Smash that like and subscribe. Again, I'd like to say, if you guys are interested, go support my other channel, Common Sense Talks. And also, if you're watching still, you're watching, or you catch this later, one of the biggest things you could do to support the channel is whenever you catch one of my videos, hit the like button, watch at least like a minute of it or two, right? So you don't even have to finish the whole thing, and leave a comment. So just, that shows the algorithm people are interested, they're engaging with it, because it helps the channel grow, reach more people. And I'm hoping that I'm doing an all right enough job that if we get more people in the fold, that I think we can grow. The channel's been doing all right, and I haven't even been touching it the last few weeks. So that's interesting. So that's fun. Let's see if we can get it to grow some more, right? So thanks, everybody. Let's get this giveaway over with. I'm going to take another bite real quick. Tis the season for soup, man. All right. Sorry, guys. Guys and gals. All right. Here's how we're going to do this. We're going to do the member one first.
Then we're going to do the all viewers next here. And that will be coming up shortly. All right. Thanks for hanging out and waiting, guys. I'm putting all the names into the wheel of names here. And then we'll go right back to you guys. Marco and Curtis. So how has your guys' Monday been? How'd your weekend go? Did you guys do anything fun? Anybody do any good fishing? Leave a comment below, and as soon as I'm done with this, we'll see what you guys are having going on. All right, now we got everybody. Oh no! All right, caught a ton of halibut Saturday. Nice. I want to go do some ocean fishing and get that on video. That'd be fun. Wanted to try this out. Not very good. Because the Pepsi with lemon isn't that bad. It's pretty good. So I was like, you know what? I don't really need chaser. That's why I got the good stuff. So you don't need chaser with the good stuff. All right. We're going to save some for the next video, right? Salut and cheers to you guys and gals out there in internet world. Common sense fishing folks. Really appreciate everybody. Hope you guys enjoy the tips and tricks and all the conversation we have here. So I am trying to drag some people in. Well, we're working on getting some people in here, and then hopefully we can get some reoccurring, visitors and get some new people on, and do kind of a conversations style piece where we have more energy and more things and topics to feed off of. I try to do a good job. So hopefully, that's enough for now. But I have aspirations on the channel here of growing it into something bigger and better. So we'll take it one day at a time, one fishing trip at a time, one fish at a time. And hopefully we're going to get on some big fish. This next coming year, I'm going to be focusing on big swim baits and A-rigs and big fish catching lures, not a lot of drop shot stuff, finesse stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. All right. Now, everybody who's not a member, if you're a subscriber, stay tuned, stick around. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Make sure the notification bells are checked. I do random giveaways where I'll jump on and just feel like being generous. And we'll do it in the middle of the day sometimes. I'll do some freakish, weird videos where I'll just pop on at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, not late at night, or in the morning, do something. So make sure your notification bell's checked. That way you guys get in every time I'm doing a cool giveaway or we're talking about a new lake or
the latest what the fish are hitting on. So nice to be back. Thanks. We got RC Creative. Yep. Good old OG right there. Most of you guys have been here for a long time, so support you guys. I mean, I appreciate your guys' support. Look at that. It's already got me talking bass backwards, all right? Little dyslexia there. Little science fact if you guys want. We're going to nerd out. Good evening. What's up, Jeff? You, my friend, I don't know if you're aware of this. You're a hard man to get a hold of. You won the last giveaway and you haven't got your card yet. I've been trying to get it to you. So you've got a gift card, buddy. I got Brian Pritchard his, but I don't think I got you yours. So I got to make sure I get you your Bass Pro Shops gift card. So just let me know when's a good time, and I'll come swing by and drop it off, or come see you. Which come say hi. So come shoot the shite, or either we can go fishing if you want to. Just let me know. Oh, he's dumbstruck. He's like, oh, don't know what to type. They probably don't even know he won. Yep, no problem, dude. I always keep my word. So I've been trying to get a hold of you. I think I like once or twice, but I've been super busy. But I got a hold of Brian. So I know you and Brian had won the last double giveaway. So we were giving away the reel and then a $50 Bass Pro Shop gift card. And we got a generous extra $50 donation that I didn't need. And so I donated an extra $50 gift card. And that's the one you won, buddy. So thanks for watching, Jeff. We always appreciate you. Everybody here, you guys are awesome. So we know the whole crew. Jeff's a local, actually. Cool dude. I fished with RC Creative. Cool dude. Fished with Keeping It Real. Me and JJ NorCal got to get out one of these times, huh? And the Funkin' CT would be cool to get out there and fish with you one of these days too. Charles Chalk and I have been fishing. So I try to take everybody that I can go. So, I think my English is slipping up a little. Anyways, before we have the giveaway, excuse me, we're going to do a fun scientific fact. Dyslexia is a dysfunction of the brain and the speech, the part of the brain that deals with speech, where you will either, and even visual, where you will interpose words or letters or entire words or letters. So, for example, instead of saying Call of Duty 2, you might say Call of Tootie Doo, right? Because you're taking and you're interposing the words. Or you may screw the hell up so bad you actually say Call 2 of Duty when you meant to say Call of Duty 2. And all humans have a very slight amount, let's say, of dyslexia in them. It's a human trait. We all have it, right? And to some, it's like pronounced really bad. And when they try to read, letters and things on the book tend to move around even, and they can get it so bad where it's almost impossible to read. And so I have a little bit of dyslexia as far as if I speak too fast and I get too hyper, I can interpose words. So, make fun of me all you want. It's okay. I sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And that's what this is what the new generation needs to learn, right? Words are not violence. I'm sorry. So you still have never fished the Delta? Yeah, we got to go then, buddy. Going to Bass Pro this weekend, so that's perfect. There you go. All right, so I got to come drop it off before this weekend then. All right. You guys make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new here. We're doing a giveaway where we're going to be giving away 2 more Bass Pro Shop gift cards, $50 gift cards. So sometimes I give away reels. I've even given away fishing poles, whole combos. I want to, like, one day if we could grow this channel like Tactical Bass and style, it'd be cool to give a boat away, do something real wicked. So I plan on the bigger the channel we get, the more crazy and fun stuff we're going to do. You know what I'm speaking? SoCal fishing. I can't get over the grapevine, really. I mean, I can with my boat, but yeah, I'm down to go fishing SoCal for sure.
Some of the lakes down there are wicked. I just don't know where to start. Like some of them are private. You gotta like live there, know someone that lives there. There's a lot of really cool, nice private lakes that are part of housing communities there. They're just wicked, 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 big, 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 big fish. But right now, the south I go is I'll go down towards like Kauai, like down near Bakersfield area, Success, Pine Flat, stuff like that. And then Eastman and Hensley, all that good stuff. So, but you know what though? I would be super willing to go down there because what I'd like to do though is do some ocean fishing too. So I'd like to get out, take a charter somewhere, and go get on like some tuna or something big, some marlin. Go get a shark. Hell, I'll be trying to catch a whale. I'll be like trying to hook a whale. Just get the whale. I've heard Oregon fishing's pretty good. I just don't think you guys have the size that we have, though. Yeah, see, we should go then, man. I want to go do something like that. Go take go make a vacation out of it, but also take like the GoPro. Go make a couple of videos out of it. Try to chop it down, make like one big video where you get the experience. So say we go down and we're chilling at the bars and we're drinking and we're having fun at night, and then waking up all stupid in the morning and drinking coffee and talking shit and trying to record catching dudes farting or something, right? Whatever, just making fun of each other type thing. And then get out there and kick ass and catch fish, and also break it down like, hey, how do you fish a new lake? How do you fish somewhere you've never been? Where are the fish in this time of year? So you can actually go on one fishing trip and make a couple of fishing videos out of it. I tend not to do that only because I'm so focused with just trying to just kick ass on that fishing trip. I forget sometimes to like, okay, we're going to do a video about crankbaits and then set myself up, show how I'm using it, what line, what rod. I'm going to try to do that a little bit more and utilize my time better. But I'm such a fishing, what would you say, like a fishing crackhead that like every second I'm out there, I'm fishing. Like I barely stop to drink or eat or do anything. Heck yeah. No, you guys do got monster trout up there for sure, and salmon and kokanee and all kinds of other cool stuff. Well, we got that here too, but you guys got a lot of good stuff. That the bass is, I think, better here. You guys got a lot of smallmouth fish in there too, though, so that's always fun too. And there's smallmouth here, but they're a little harder to catch. You got to go more towards the Sierra Nevada. You got to get a little bit higher elevation, go up farther north. Bullard's Bar, Trinidad or Trinity, stuff like that. There's a Scotts Valley and stuff like that. Almanor. I think Pardee's got, I know McClure and Pedro got them too. Catch them there too. I fished Oregon, but again, man, I wish I had my old GoPro. But even then, I wish I had GoPro back when I was, 19, 20, when I had my first car, and I would drive all over the state just to fish. Me and buddies, we'd work all week and then we'd take a weekend off, had no kids, had no, tie downs, and we'd just leave for the weekend and go to Clear Lake. Or we'd leave for the weekend and go to like wherever, and we'd shore fish. We had no boat, we had no nothing, but we would tear shit up and we'd go out there and we'd figure them out. So, all right. Real quick, folks, we're going to get the first giveaway over. Sorry for running past a little bit. So we're going to have the giveaway for the members. So big shout out to all our members. We've got everybody on there. Now, this is how it's going to work. Some members are very interactive and watch a lot. Some members, I think, are members more to just support the channel. They drop in every once in a while and say hi. For those, I appreciate all of you guys and gals. So if, for example, a member wins and they don't get a hold of me within a certain time frame, we'll redo the giveaway and basically re-give away the prize. So usually it's something like 48 hours. Like they got 48 to 72 hours to get a hold of me. And I'll share it on Facebook. I'll tag them. I'll let them know they've won if I know them on Facebook or wherever. I'll put a notification out there. Sometimes if the prize is big enough, I'll give them a week or more. But if not, we'll just re-raffle off the prize, and away we go. So let's get this first members giveaway over, and then later on tonight, we're going to have a second one for everybody can participate. All you got to do is make sure just smash that like button for me if you'd be very kind, and just hit the subscribe button. You do that, and you're in like Flynn. And then we're going to ask that you comment giveaway. And once you do that, you're already in. But wait till we announce that a little bit later, because I don't want your comment to be buried and then me forget about it and you get left out. I feel horrible about it. So away we go. I just hit the button. Bam! Keeping it real. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Keeping it real. You're the winner of tonight's October members giveaway. Now we have another giveaway, so make sure everybody stick around for that. We got that coming up around 8 o'clock. We're going to do that. So I'll leave all the members in there, and then what we'll do is we'll input anybody else who wants to jump in. So it's going to be real simple. And in the meantime, we're going to talk fishing and all kinds of cool stuff, catch up with each other. And remember, the conversation is easily to be steered if you want by just simply leaving a comment. Let us know what you think, certain topic you want to talk about, a lure, a technique, any questions you guys have. The community is always awesome to answer, but I'll give my best answer and opinion on it too. So thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel. Big shout out and a thank you to the members. And hope everyone has a wonderful week. Hope your guys' Halloween's great. So for the next half of the series, I wanted to bust into specific lures that I think are going to be really good this fall bite. And with that being said, the A-Rig, I think, is going to be a killer. All right, Terrible. Thanks for watching. Thanks for jumping on. Really appreciate you. But we want to talk about a couple of lures this time of year, especially if it gets windy, A-Rig and spinnerbait. Right now, the bait are balling up, and they're in big schools. So you want to make sure you're throwing something like that, something that you can – it just depends. There's a couple of types of bites. We're going to go over those here in a second. Eating pozole. My wife made for me, homemade. Big shout out. Behind every successful man is a successful woman, usually supporting him. Not always, but in my case, for sure. I couldn't do what I do without her support. Family, friends, community, the good times, that's what matters. You only got one life, right? So live it up, be a good person, treat others right, and don't hold on to things like grudges and negative feelings and shit, because not worth the energy and the emotion and the waste of your time, because you only got one of them, man. That's also why fishing is so awesome. Cover up, make sure you don't get cancer from the sun. That's some of my own advice I need to take, right? And get out there and live life, because you only have one of them. So that, I can say, is one of the things that makes fishing just such a wonderful sport. It's getting out in the outdoors, the quietness sometimes, the UV rays from the sun, the fresh air, the noises, the sounds, the smells. It's unique, isn't it? There's something about a fishing trip, flying across that water in a boat. Did you miss the giveaway? Yeah, you missed the giveaway, bro. You won. Everybody give, keeping it real around. Woo! Salud. Cheers. But yeah, so, you know, enjoy life, enjoy fishing. I'm telling you, it's just one of the most exhilarating feelings. I love it. So with this fall, we're in a La Nina year, I think it is, or El Nino, whatever it is. I think it's El Nino. So this time of year, what you really got to watch out for is it's going to be a wet year. It looks like. So whenever we get rain before Halloween, it's almost always a wet year, always. And hopefully we get a few wet years. That's been the problem. We've only been getting one or two, and then it's been flipping back to the hot season, and that's been lasting 4 or 5. Usually we go through 2 to 4 years or more, 4 years of one, then it switches over El Nino, La Nina, right? And it's like the jet stream or whatever shifts. I'm not a meteorologist, but I can tell you that there's going to be a lot of wind, a lot of rain, a lot of temperature changes, warm one day, cold the next, warm one day, cold the next. And the lake level should be coming up, water coming in. So fishing should be changing every week or so, depending on the conditions. Maybe not, and it may stay good and similar for a while. But, you're going to have usually in these kind of conditions, when the lake rises, try to remember the fish go shallow, or shallower. When the lake drops, the fish pull out. So it depends on how much lake or how much water the lake is putting out versus if it's taking in. So if there's enough rain, there's enough of this wet season, then these lakes can fill up from rainwater before the snow even melts. And then you can actually get flood concerns, the lake overfilling, the river being just roaring and ripping, just needing to let water out. So, good times, I guess, right? When there's too much water. So that's what I'm thinking this year is going to be. And so that's going to spell really good news for spawn. All the water that you see right now, or everything you see, is going to be underwater. So pay attention to the flats with the rock piles and the weird things like halfway down. Pay attention to the weird islands way out in the middle of nowhere that would be 15 feet under when the lake's all the way full, but 90% of the time there's just a mountain because the lake's low. Pay attention to certain stuff. Start marking your graphs now and planning for the lake level to rise. That's pro tip number one for you right there. Is basically understand that everything is going to change, and so plot out and plan where you want to fish to the T. You can actually look up and see a stump if you want on a flat that looks perfect and it's way out of water right now. Mark those spots, and then when the lake's flooded, you're going to thank me later. You'll be like, oh yeah, go right back to those spots, right? Because I think this year the lakes are going to fill up. They're going to have a lot of water. So in the meantime, the fish should start heading, if they haven't left yet, they should be heading back up towards the fresh incoming water. So towards the mouth, towards the river systems at the north ends or whatever of the lake, depending where your river's dumping your lake at. Creeks, any creeks that are going to funnel fresh water in. There's going to be largemouth. They're going to love to go to the back of those creeks. Spotted bass are going to be in those same creeks, but in big balls and groups down, 35, 25, 35, 45 feet, bottlenecking bait fish in there, while the bass are after like bluegill, crawdads, big things, trout, whatever, anything that it can pin into the back. They're looking for stuff being brought in. So usually that's a good spot to go catch a nice largemouth or two, is in the very, very back of the creek when the water comes in. But if you pull back from that, the next spot out, there's usually going to be a gang of spotted bass. So easy way, to go pick them up hard. If you're not catching the largemouth, if they're not there, pull back and try in the deeper water. You might get largies might be down there too, but the spotties might be down there. So a lot of that you're going to want to right now, as water starts coming in, you're going to want to fish primarily cuts and creeks, places where water can drain in. Even if it's a minor one and there's not a ton of water. Either way, chances are you're going to have a better luck fishing that more oxygenated fresh water or right off of it and around it than, say, fishing a plain shoreline or fishing a point, a main lake point that's nowhere near one of those spots. So fish where you can see water collecting and pulling in this time of year. Get in the backs of creeks, start way up shallow and pull your way out and fish that way. So quietly go over everything, head towards the back, maybe fish, depending on how much you want. You could fish from the back end all the way in, or you can head all the way towards the back, kill your motor, make sure you're on trolling motor only at a certain point. Go in quiet, start from the back and work your way out. You are going to spook everything in a certain area eventually, but you can also keep your eyes peeled for any activity. Water clarity. You get a lot of watch a graph as you're coming in from, say, 50, 60 feet on that main lake point, and you start to come into the back of the creek. Watch your graph, and you can see when you'll start seeing those fish show up. Hey, Mike. We're going to play a drinking game tonight. We should be. Every time we get a let's go brand and I take a shot, or now what? Every time we get a member to say tight lines or something like that, huh? I'll be super sloshed then. I probably got to stop it right there. We'll leave the bottle for later. Save that for like the Halloween special. So guys, remember, we're going to be doing this, trying to do this every day. So if I'm not over here, if I'm not over here, I'll be over at Common Sense Talks. Where you can check me out on my other channel if you guys wish, where we go over all kinds of other crazy stuff. But here's the fishing primarily, and the live streams. I try to keep it primarily fishing, but we go down the rabbit holes, as I like to say. We're going to segment this. It would be crazy if we get, like, I could imagine, of course, probably would never get that big, but imagine if we could be like just super like Joe Rogan meets like Kevin Van Dam bass fishing, right? Well, I'm not that good, right? But like imagine a good bass fishing podcast or tactical bassing, or like one of the well-known guys, the Guggen Squad dudes, Lake Fork guy or something. Cross it with like Joe Rogan, where you're cracking beers, talking shit, And if I had like a roundhouse of guys, like we were all like rah rah rah. One guy's talking swim baits, the other dude's talking frogs, and then I bring up everybody's mama or whatever. You know what I mean? Having fun. So that would be cool to grow the channel and have some fun with it. But we'll see what direction the channel goes. That's why I will make sure everybody knows I got Common Sense Talks over there where we can talk about other stuff. But over here on the channel, the live stream, it's primarily fun stuff, entertainment, what's new, what's going on, what I plan on doing, keep you guys up to date, chat, hang out, give you guys some of the good tips and tricks that I can. You pick my brain, we chat, we chill. I'll learn things too. Shoot. So I've been fishing for about 30 years now. I'm not like no super pro or nothing. But I try to share what little knowledge I do got and help people catch fish. And sometimes I'm completely off and whatever, maybe someone else is on them. Then when I'll admit, hey, oh, man, this year maybe they were doing this instead. And okay, because sometimes you can be off. Where traditionally usually fish a certain way, like, there's sayings when it's windy outside, use a rip bait, like, or use a spinner bait or a jerk bait or an LV 500. Well, you might find it where they're, even though it's ripping and crazy windy, like 99% of the bass are just stuck to the bottom and they're not moving. And you need to use like a drop shot or a shaky head or something. But good luck fighting the stupid wind, right? So who knows? There's days where fishing can just be tough, but it's all about figuring them out. Usually that's all it is, right? But there's tropes, right? Come on now, like there's during pre-spawn you want to fish this way, during spawn you want to fish that way. You look for them on flats, hard bottom, blah blah blah, right? And there's rules that fish follow. So the better you get at learning those, the better you'll get at fishing. But sometimes the fish break those rules, or it takes us, I think, a while to figure out what's really going on, but it's not that complicated, especially the more tools you have to help you out. So the more fish finders you have and the more experience you have, you can start putting two and two together. Like, hey, they're suspended, they're on the bottom. Oh, they're active and they're feeding, so I can do this or that. Or, oh, look, they're on the bottom, but they're not active and feeding, so I probably need to do this or that. Oh, hey, they're near the top water and they're moving. Maybe I should try jerk baits. Oh, they're not hitting now. Let me do a fluke. Let me do top water. So you can reason them out and figure them out. It's not rocket science, but there are days and times where they just don't cooperate. Fishing can be tough. Not every day is a sleigh fest where you just catch a ton of them. But more often than not, when I go fishing, the minimum I'm going to catch is 10 or more fish. Sometimes upwards of 100 and something. But there are days when you catch one or two or three, and there's even rare days when you don't catch nothing. So that happens, But the more and more tools you have at your disposal, the more and more you do it, the less likely catching nothing almost never happens anymore. But it does happen very rarely. The best of us can just get beat up. Especially, here's what can be a fisherman's weakness. Yeah, see? Jeff said he was whacking them on the drop shot with stick baits in the crazy windy day we had last week. They weren't touching the moving stuff. See? Sometimes they break the rules and you think, hey, they'll be doing this or that. So I've been noticing they've been really flipping and changing and doing different stuff. Like one day I'm catching them on LVs or I'm catching them on moving things like spinner baits and crank baits. And next day I'm catching them on drop shots and this. Next day I'm catching them on jigs. And it's like, what the hell? And yeah, it's been interesting, but I've also not been dialed in on them like I usually am. For the motherlode lakes, when you dial in on them, you dial in on them because they'll all school up. So you just got to figure out the few spots where most of the fish are at, and then that's it, game over. And then you figure out what they want, where they're at and what they want. Not too hard, but sometimes it can be, right? Says the guy who got his butt kicked the last two times out there. Well, not the last two out of three. So it feels like I've just been on a losing streak. But I had one day I did good, but didn't get it on video. So what does it matter? I got a picture, but like, well, sorry, folks, reading the comments. But like I said, we're going to have another giveaway here later on tonight, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, let's talk about that winter transition. So fall is here, but the fall season seems to be real short in the Central Valley. So if we have well, you know what? If this is going to be a wet season, it's going to be like an extended fall bite. The winter bite will come a little late, actually. But when it comes, when that water gets really cold and those fish just really get lethargic, you can still find them in 10, 15 feet of water. The key at that time is going to be tight moving baits or either very slow moving. So the float and fly is a big lure I plan on putting you guys on this year. And if you know about it already, awesome, great. If you don't, I'm excited to share it with you. And if you've heard about it and you've seen it, but you haven't really seen it put to work, we're going to hopefully do that this year on a big scale and show you guys how devastating the float and fly can be when these fish don't want to touch other things, and how we can get monster bass to bite in tough conditions. And should be a very, very fun experience. So we're going to be bringing that to you guys here soon, along with blade baits are going to be making a return. So instead of the LV 500s, we'll be putting those away at a certain time this year, and the blade baits will be coming out. So I'm excited for when the winter gets here and it gets really cold. You guys, I'm gonna do a challenge to pull a fish out of over 100 feet deep this year on video, just to show that I did it. And I'll probably want to do like a gummy worm challenge, see if I can drop shot a gummy worm bass. I haven't done that yet, so we'll just do it for fun. And then we're gonna do a few things, play around with a few things. Yeah, blade baits are great cold water baits. So it just depends where you're at, what water temperature they are. But as soon as the water temp starts cooling off, or when that bait fish is just real small and schooled up, a blade bait is just really good bait to use this time of year. So again, just sharing info with you guys, shooting the shite, shooting the breeze. Appreciate everybody's comments being here tonight. Thanks for watching. Now, like I said, plan on having some visitors here soon. I don't know when, but I really want to work on getting some people in here in the studio to do a conversational piece with. Set a table up here in the middle. I'm going to clear some of the stuff out behind me. Nice. Jeff, you know which blade bait I'm talking about? Because some people call the spinner bait a blade bait. I'm talking about the little tiny metal bait with the treble hooks that vibrates like a rattle trap. Because blade bait's going to be a spinner bait or there's a couple of different ways. People have called spinner baits blade baits. I wasn't sure if you know which one I was talking about. I'm talking about the little metal ones. No, the flat metal one. Yep. Okay, good. Yep, that's exactly. So that bite should be starting to turn on fire now, but it's only going to get better. So if you think the bite's good now, just stick with it. You'll see here in the next couple weeks that bite's going to get really good. And then when that bite, yep, exactly. Yeah, that's all it is. It's like a flat piece stamped a little bit with some variations and a little heavier weight here or there, where the metal's a little thicker or something. And but it gets smashed. And the bass hit it good too sometimes. So I feel that the bite on those is really fun and addicting. And sometimes if you're doing them the way that I do my LV 500, where you just lift it and then let them fall and then lift it and then let it fall, they'll just barely tap it. And then all you got to do is just lift up and start reeling like a drop shot. So great baits to use this time of year, folks. I'm telling you, I know. So this is a fishing channel, right? So I'm trying to give the best fishing advice I can would be right now, be prepared for blade baits. Be prepared for a float and fly, all that good stuff is coming around the corner. Time to go feed the spots some spoons. Yep. Spoons, blade baits. You just got to figure out if you're wanting it. Do you want to use a jigging spoon, which is real heavy, or do you want to use a flutter spoon? It takes its time. And that's why sometimes a rattle trap will outperform an LV500, and an LV500 will outperform a rattle trap sometimes because a rattle trap is going to fall like a flutter. It's weighs a lot less, and while the LV500 is going to drop a lot quicker like a jigging spoon. So a little side fact right there, if you're using, little rip baits or rip baits like, an LV500, a rattle trap, the original rattle trap, Bill Lewis rattle trap, there's definitely a time and place for each one of those. And might be that if you're using one, just try using the other. Believe it or not, the $3.99 rattle trap sometimes will outperform the $15 or $20 LV500. I swear to you. Sometimes that $3 lure will beat the shit out of that $20 lure any day. Not any day, but on that day. Yeah. You'll wish you had more of those. And then there's a lot of times where the LV500 will just smoke the rattle trap. You're fishing deeper, you want it to get down deeper, faster, and you don't want to take forever in a day. And sometimes the rattle trap flutters so much. If you're using fluoro, the hooks will get caught in the line. There's just a lot of variances between the two. So, but they're the same lure in a sense, but think of it as one being a heavy one and one being a lighter one. So, a good old regular rattle trap or a Rapala rattle trap or a Bill Lewis rattle trap. Throw those for when you want the flutter, and then go to the LV500 or like the Mega Bass when you want that real heavy, fast, like a jigging spoon. And a blade bait is the finesse version of a rattle trap. It is the ultimate finesse version. So a blade bait is sometimes the winter lure. So you guys need to make sure you have blade baits, LV500s, or rattle traps. Because if you can't afford an LV500, go get a couple rattle traps and just, if they're deep, wait a little longer. They're going to do similar things and they will crush those rattle traps. Jerk bait is a must-have lure for the winter. So a jerk bait, LV500, blade baits, float and fly. I'm going to do some updated videos on the float and fly. If you want to go check out my old stuff, I've got videos with me and Ryan Cook, Matt Frazier, doing the float and fly last year, just having a ton of fun. So if you're interested, go check that out. We had a lot of fun out at the Kelsey Bass Ranch doing it. We've done it at the lakes. We've done it all over the place. So Float and Fly has just really been a top producer. LV500s are just one of my favorites. But a sleeper lure you got to make sure you're not sleeping on, man, is a jerk bait, especially at the Delta. So when you're fishing the Delta and you're fishing in these sloughs that are only 6 feet deep, 8 feet deep, that jerk bait can be used right up against shore or out in the middle off the weed edge, and you can pause it and suspend it. You want to get the suspended jerk bait this time of year, not the floating one. And then take your time and just work that sucker slow. The jerk bait bite right now, I got told by a buddy he caught 120 fish like the other day at the Delta on the jerk bait. So most of them were small, but I don't get snagged much fishing the jigging spoons and the blade baits. It's funny. I don't know what it is. I let them land on the ground and I don't get snagged. If you're fishing them from the shore, you are very correct. Because if you're fishing them from the shore, the way that you're bringing them in naturally, If you yo-yo them, you're going to get snagged. But in a boat, you can get over it and you can pop it out like every time almost. Very rare, unless you get in a tree. You're not. You're going to get your LV out every time out of rocks. It's so crazy. You would think something with six hooks, right? Six freaking hooks would probably not be the smartest thing to have laying on the bottom of a bunch of rocks and shit. No, perfectly fine. They'll never get snagged in a boat. But when you, or if it does, you just go right over it and jiggle and wiggle and pops right out. You just feel it. Actually, I've caught a few fish this year, snagged and messing with my LV, and then I got over it and I popped it out, and then bam, fish, and I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I love it. The bug-eyed Norman crank. Yeah, that's what I told you guys. My buddy got that 13 and a half pounder on it. Lake McClure was the bug-eyed Norman crankbait. The one that goes like 12 to 13 feet deep or something like, or 16 feet deep. It was the like that deeper diving one. Oh, not like a 20-foot diver, but like close, like 16, I think it was 16 or 18 or some number. But it was a deep diving crank. You got a 13 and a half pounder on. Me neither, but catching fish wrecks the knot after a few fish. Yeah, that it does for sure. They because they bite, they eat that whole thing, and it's a lot of the times a spotted bass. Their teeth screw the line up. If you're using fluoro, they say it's abrasion resistant, but nah. Oh yeah, hey man, I gotta tell you guys, Pops, real great to see you on. If you work in that LV 500, you're doing it many different ways, right? Or the rattle trap. Try that the like it's just a jigging technique. Throw your rattle trap out and let it sink all the way to the bottom like a jig, and then take your rod tip and just lift it. Like you want your lure only to be hopping about 2 or 3 feet and barely move your rattle trap, and you'll feel this little tick and then just oh man, the bass will follow your rattle trap and then eat it real soft, and then they'll spit it right back out once they realize it's not real. So you're only getting a second or two to set the hook on them. But if you do that little technique, oh man, I want to see if I'm hoping. Well, I know striper out there. If you're fishing the aqueduct, striper are going to want more of a vertical jig or a fast retrieve with some erratic stuff in it. But yeah, the rattle trap will do good out there. Glad to see you on, and glad to hear you've been doing good with the jerk baits. I've been hearing guys have been whacking the big striper on swim baits and jerk baits right now. So guys have been using like those sneaky Pete's, the big white ones with the little red tail. They're like an affordable, you know. Oh, that bug-eyed Norman. The diving bill like a damn shovel. It's like this big. Takes up like half your tackle box. Like, damn, where do I put this stupid crankbait? But that stupid crankbait catches fish. That bug-eyed Norman is hilarious. I want to say there was one where the eyes moved around, like rattled. There you go. The Ned rig, man, when the fish are right now, so you got to know your fishery, right? Don Pedro here in the Central Valley has a lot of goby. So if your lake or river system or whatever has a lot of goby, placostomus, if those words sound familiar, they're little bottom feeder suckerfish baits that can get like armored catfish, but they're not. And they can get pretty big, but they're usually these little guys like this, right? And the Ned rig is what those guys imitate. And lakes that have a lot of goby, October, November is Ned rig killer time. And the bait fish will be down there and the bass will be facing down. So they'll ignore a lot of your lures as they're focused down and they're eating the goby. So, or placostomus, whatever the hell they're called. Sculpin, I think that's another name for them, right? So, oh yeah, the bill's definitely longer than the body on like a few of mine, the deeper diving ones. Those work really good in the summertime and certain times during the fall, early winter. Um, it just depends on, and especially if you get a tight body, you can use them up into the winter along rocks and stuff. You'll find some sunning bass or some bass that are just hanging up kind of shallower water, but they don't really want to move too much, so you got to like force them to eat. So you run a fast moving, tight wobble crank by them, and you make them have that fight or flight. Or like they want to eat. It's either eat or not, and you run it by them a few times. Usually, you'll trigger them to strike. So in the wintertime, it's going to be two things: fast or super slow. And when I mean fast, too, fast with pauses. Not just like this internal burn. That's summertime. Summertime, you want to burn things a lot of the time. Not always, but there's times when if you speed your retrieve up on anything you're doing, you're going to get crushed. The giant TRD, yeah, yeah, I've used them. That's the same thing as putting a Cinco on, though. So I've used the TRDs, a Cinco. It doesn't matter. I've whacked them on all of them. The big TRD with the big mushroom head. Yeah, especially post spawn at McClure. Oh man, they seem to really hone in on those. They hate them like they're when they're protecting the fry or the baby. You can go around and pick off like catch 100 fish throwing those things at the beds and down and anywhere wherever the fry will be, and those little 1 to 2 pound males. Just you gotta have fun. So if you got a kid fishing, oh man, that's the first. You want to get a kid hooked on fishing, take them right after spawn during post spawn, like about a month in, or maybe 2 weeks in, when the males have either turned on the fry and start eating them, or they're still guarding them, but the females might be turning on the fry. There's also bluegills that are coming up to spawn, so there's a lot of stuff going on. There's still big fish up shallow. You still want to make sure you're early enough that some fish are spawning still, right? You get some of them big mamas, but you get the kids though. What I mean is because right in like the late end of spawn, where there's some fish on like a post spawn already, there'll be thousands of fish all over the shoreline. And you use those Ned rigs, and all the kids have to do is reel when they get bit. And the Ned rig is going to be way more deadly because it's on the bottom touching the actual bed. So a drop shot, right, is a foot or two above the bed. So the fish sees it and it's pissed off. But when you bring something that's making bottom contact with where that fish's eggs are, oh, they'll go ape shit and they'll come after your lure in a second. So yep, you can bait fish them. I've got videos. I've got 300 fishing videos on this channel right now. You can go back and see ones from like last year or so, a year and a half ago, where we would go out and we would take Cincos and we would use garlic or crawdad, crawfish bang spray, and we would soak our Cincos, and then we'd take them and we'd cast them out, and we wouldn't work them. We wouldn't move them at all, and we would fish them like bait, and we would catch 20 fish a day like that, and they would all be 3 to 5 pounders, big fish. And you fish anything else, you catch. If you go around all day, you have your GoPro on, and you're fishing hard, you might catch like 15 fish. But for some reason, sitting in the boat just in 1 or 2 spots and moving to just a couple key areas and just bait fishing your worm will catch you way more fish than if you're like chasing them. It's so weird. They do that in the summertime. So sometimes it just depends on what time of year and the fishery. Like if the fishery has weeds in it and it's post spawn or summertime, oh yeah, dead stick of freaking Cinco. Because those fish are there. And when you bring your crankbait, your spinner bait, or you bottom bounce, or you drop shot through it, you're missing 1,000 fish that are just ornery bastards that are just sitting there watching everything go by. It's just too hot, too sunny. They just don't want to mess with it. But when that Cinco just falls and then just sits there and they don't ever move, but the smell starts going out, and the fish like, oh, and it's just sitting there, they go eat it. Like, I swear, it's crazy. Dead sticking is a crazy technique that it takes a lot of patience, but when that technique is biting, like, there's almost no other way to catch them. When the dead stick is working, it's like that or a floating fly, and you got to fish real slow. Because if you got anything else in your hand, your human instincts are going to be too fast. Even fishing slow, you're fishing too fast. You can bring a drop shot out, shaky head, Ned rig, whatever, and you can crawl that fucker. But that's still not as slow as just sitting there dead. Because that's just what they want or something. It's crazy. It's like they're big fish that get used to eating dead things. And it's like they don't want it moving. It's called a dead stick. So check it out. All right, you guys about ready for our second giveaway here? So we have Keeping It Real was the winner of our members giveaway. And here coming up at 8 o'clock, we're going to have a giveaway for everybody. So subscribers and members, you're all welcome to the giveaway. We're going to start it here at probably 8 o'clock, and we'll wait till like 8:15, give everybody enough time, something like that. And we'll give everybody, like how to do it, because it's going to be real simple. I'm just going to want you guys to make a certain comment, just so I know you're here, you're attentive, you're listening, and you get entered in. So good luck to everybody. Thank you guys for watching, for supporting the channel. I'm back. We're going to be doing this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And like I said, if I miss, I'm going to make them up. But also on my other channel, look for me, Common Sense Talks, Tuesday and Thursdays. Also, randomly throughout the day, I might be just posting 4 or 5 videos a day on that channel. You never know. So go check it out over there if you're interested in hearing me yap about stuff other than fishing. Now, fishing folks, thank you for being here. And I hope my information helps, but also this is a great community where if you need help, if you want any information, tips, or tricks, the community is also here for each other. Been an awesome last 2 years, and I look forward to many more with you guys and gals. And hopefully we can grow this into some kind of great thing and something more than what it is now. And we can hopefully incorporate other YouTubers. Maybe I'd like to get some other fishermen and women here and do some conversating and maybe some how-to videos and workshops and stuff. So a lot of cool dreams and stuff that hopefully we'll get to implement. But it's one day at a time, one step at a time. But who thought I'd be here doing this, YouTube stuff, and I'm actually monetized. I actually get paid to do this. Now it's not much. Like I said, I only made like maybe $600 this year, but hey, it's a start. Maybe next year I'll make 1,000 or more. Maybe next year I'll make 2 or 5. Maybe next year after that 10. And then we can grow this into something. I'm excited, and I just want to share and give back to the community. That's why we do these giveaways. Of course, to grow the channel, but also mainly it's just to give back and help. My first Christmas that I could ever remember was a Good Samaritan Christmas, or one of those like Red Cross Christmases. So it's been real important to me that I open up my heart and my things to try to share with people as best as I can in my ability without hurting me or my family. So thank you for everyone's support in that. And let's get the second one over with. Also, I'm going to take another couple swigs here. I know Vince would be proud. I got the Macallan. I got the 15-year blend even. So when we go out, me and Vince, we have our little routine. If we go to the Delta, we either go to Garlic Brothers, we go to the Rusty Porthole, or we go to like the Sugar Barge. And we fish for half the day, and then we go get wasted and eat, and we celebrate, and we talk shite, and we have a great time. And we're like out the water, like fish out the water for like 2 hours. We're Marco Polo, we're fish out the water. We're just chilling. Then we go back and we fish hard the rest of the day into the night, and we call it a day. So it's a crazy, fun routine that we got. This Friday, I'll be back out there. So if you fish the Delta, you can see me on the Delta this Friday. For sure, I will be in the Holland track area, Russo's Marina area, Frank's track area, somewhere down in there. So look for me over there. I'll be throwing jerk baits, LV 500s. I might bottom bounce, throw a jig or a Texas rig if I have to, but we'll go find them. And hopefully, we'll bring a great video to you guys soon. So stay tuned for that. But again, Monday through Friday, every day, we're going to be doing live streams, bouncing back and forth between this and the other channel. So Common Sense Fishing and Common Sense Talks. And obviously, as the name implies, this is our fishing channel. So yeah, I've done enough selling my channel. So let's get to it. All right, folks. Here's how we're going to do this. Let's read some comments real quick, and then we'll jump into it. So any news about new Maloney's? How's the fishing? So I got a buddy. Buffalo, Josh and Jason Buffalo went up with Matt Frazier and caught like over 100 fish, caught a bunch of them that were in the 3 and 4 pound range. Looked like they had a great time. Looked like they were more upriver and in the creeks. I believe they were fishing in like Black or Coyote Creek and a couple others. So they're fishing more up north or up into the river as much as they can get, and then fishing in the creek arms off of the river. And they've been doing really good. I've heard Maloney's is good, but they were there last about a week ago. So a week, maybe 8-9 days, I'd say. But the last few people that I've known have been fishing have been doing really good up there. I know Ryan Cook's done good up there. I know the Buffaloes have done good up there. I haven't been up there recently. So I've just been stuck at like McClure and Pedro the last few trips. Have just been kind of constrained to what's going on in my, like, psychologically. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I just don't really feel like going anywhere big by myself right now. I have the dog dying of cancer. Like, I've got to probably put her down sometime next week. I've been procrastinating because every week, you think it's the time, but she still does okay enough. I think it's finally starting to get there. There's the whole vaccine mandate. My wife is a school teacher, might lose her job. There's a lot of stress and things that have been going on. So the fishing has been a little bit neglected from it. But just this last 2 weeks, I think we've got a good hold on it. I think, it come to the realization that there's not much we can do either one way or the other. We're just going to roll with it. We'll see how it plays out day to day. Just live life, have fun, and be happy because, you never know. So either way, we're trying to take a positive aspect and, just maintain cheery attitude, stuff like that. But, so the show had for the last 2 weeks, I just decided, I'm going to take time off. I put a little post out there, let everybody know on YouTube. How's it going, Dustin? Let everybody know that, hey, we're just taking a quick little breather. But I'm back. Not going to be needing to go anywhere anytime soon. If the dog passes away, I've kind of already been able to kind of cope with it and deal with it. That's not going to tie me up so much, so to speak. It's going to suck, but it is what it is. And I'm focused and ready to start putting into some good content. There's so much crazy shit going on in the world, too. So my other channel, Common Sense Talks, I'm going to be focusing on putting a lot more content out there. I'm going to try to do more culture stuff, fun stuff. So we're going to be talking about collectibles, sports, where our teams are at. Of course, I'm a Niner fan, but, we'll see, we're not doing too good this year, but we'll see like what teams are in the running. What is Arizona's 7-0 undefeated. So it's been a wild ride this year. There's been a lot of crazy things going on. So I'll be excited to share sports and all the kinds of other stuff with you guys. The World Series, we got baseball. So go check out Common Sense Talks if you're interested in that stuff. But again, here we're going to try to keep it fishing related. And again, remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever have any questions or comments, any topics you guys want to talk about, just leave a comment, hit it on through, and I'll be glad to steer the discussion in that sense. Especially super chats are always appreciated, for people helping out the channel, the members, all you guys. So hopefully, we're going to be able to grow this into something bigger and better, especially when we start getting guests on and we're able to start handling some kind of debates and some kind of hot topic stuff on fishing. Like, what do you feel about eating fish, catch and release, um, fishing rules? Some guys argue on the right way to hold a bass. And what how to fizz a bass. I think we're going to start getting into some cool little side sub show topics where if we can grow this, we can do some cool stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm talking about wanting to get up in to tournament fishing next year. I want to start fishing for smallmouth as well. So there's a lot of branching out I'm hoping to do. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. Along with, I'm still trying to grow my HVAC business. So I've got a lot of time and effort I got to put into both. But if you have the will, if there's a will, there's a way. If you work hard enough, I think you can succeed and do it. It's just going to be, I can't bite off more than I can chew. I can't overpromise. So, if HVAC gets crazy, I'm going to make sure that I don't miss these live streams. Maybe I have to bump them to a later time at night during the summer. Whatever, but either way, we're going to make sure that we stay dedicated to sharing great tips and tricks with you guys. Oh man, smallmouth, they're a whole nother fish, aren't they? They're tough little sons of guns. So I love catching smallmouth. So I'm gonna be excited to hopefully do some of that for you guys. I'd also like to get up north. I know I know that Terrible isn't on anymore, but it'd be cool to get up towards Shasta and do a video with Terrible at fishing. Get to meet the old man. I gave him a GoPro 9, I think it was. I sent him a GoPro 9. Guy reminds me of my dad. He's got this YouTube channel. He's good at editing, but he just he's not really going anywhere just yet, kind of like me, I guess, but he's still trying. He's still doing his best. I think that's a very admirable thing. I like and dig his content as far as I check it out sometimes. And I think he's trying very hard. He tries to share as much as he can, and I support that kind of stuff. So hopefully he's doing better with that GoPro 9. His quality of video, hopefully stepping up a little bit. I know he's got that kayak. He's doing a guided, trips out there at Lake of the Woods. So nice, drop his channel. His channel is Terrible at Fishing. So he's just this old dude that reminds me of my dad. His channel is kind of quirky and fun, weird, and cool, and it's all about fishing. And it's just this dude that has his green screen and he edits and he does product reviews and lure reviews and tips and trick videos, little short how-tos and stuff. But he does live streams like me. He does fishing videos and stuff too. But yeah, so shout out. Go check his channel out if you guys get a chance. So Terrible at Fishing. So I try to support everybody. Like Pop's World, we got to get out and do some fishing together. I think I was telling you, man, we got to go do some. You're welcome on my boat anytime, brother. So the invite's been said. So if you want to come fishing, just DM me. Let me know. We'll pick a day. We'll go. So I'll be more than happy. We should go shoot a couple videos together. And then I've been thinking a fun video would be also pond hopping or shore fishing. Let's go hit a couple spots up. I'll take you to some places that maybe you've never been. Check out Realistic Fishing. I think I've checked him out. I'll have to go double check that, Dustin Spence. See, I like recommending other stuff to people. So let's really quick before we get this giveaway, we get into our second giveaway. What are some of your guys' favorite fishing channels? I'm going to start with mine, and then let's see what you guys say. So I like Intuitive Angling or whatever it is, or with the Andy Blaukat guy. I like that little kid dude that's really smart, not wired to fish, but and maybe Intuitive Angling, I think it is. And the other one's Andy Blaukat. It's this little dude who knows like lots of big names on the East Coast, and he's got his little channel, and he breaks things down pretty scientifically. Of course, Tactical Basson's a fun one to check out every now and then for big fish and for some decent tips and tricks for breakdowns and stuff. Mikey Balls is good. I like Mikey Balls fishing. Milliken fishing, obviously MFers, and I like what's his name's obviously what's his name, the Asian dude in the kayak. Why Greg or uh man, why Greg, whatever his name is. Damn it, why is the name? I feel so stupid spacing his name, but you know, Greg Blanchard, Tactical Bassin, Mikey Balls, Milliken Fishing, Intuitive Angling, or Andy Blaukat, or whatever his name is. And Fish the Moment. Fish the Moment. That's his name. Fish the Moment. Those are my top 5 guys that I would honestly. And Brian Latimer is good too. As far as his YouTube channel is actually informative and fun. I like watching him and his kid catch fish, and he just has a real element to his videos. So, with that being said, Roland Martin's got his. I don't really like that. I'm not into Scott Martin. I'm not into Lake Fork guy. I was kind of into, but I'm not into the Guggen squad. I'm not into watching I don't know. There's something about the underdog. I support the little guy or the medium guy even, but I'm not really to go to my for my YouTube content, the little guy. I just love supporting the little guy and the medium guy. So Brian Latimer, much bigger than me, right? Mikey Balls, Milliken Fishing, these guys much bigger than me. But those are the guys that they're not quite Scott Martin. They're not Kevin Van Dam. They're not Roland Martin. They're not Bill Dance, right? But they're great dudes. And the specialty dudes like Milliken has caught some monsters. He showed his ability to actually be a really good fisherman. Kind of a cocky dude, he seems like, but I bet you that would be totally who I would get along with. Because could be the same way as far as I'm just, fun. I'm just an asshole somewhat, right? Yeah, right. We're going to show that. Good one, Dustin. Uh, all right. One rod, one reel fishing is good. How about Nick, the informative, is good. Thai Pig Patrol. Thai Pig Patrol. He's good. Bubbaville Bassin and Sooner Fishing. Blanchard, Andrew Upshaw. Fish the Moment. Yeah, Fish the Moment. Ronald knows what's up. Tactical Bassin. Fisherman Life. I'm going to go to Lewiston in 3 weeks. Oh, fairly new to me. I wish you luck out there, buddy. I went in on the pond fishing today. Definitely will make it happen. Hell yeah, Pops. Just reach out to me and let me know, brother. I'm super down to go fishing wherever. So, go on a shore fishing trip or you jump in my boat. Just let me know. Well, hey, Will new here. Thanks for joining, being part of the channel tonight. This is a YouTube fishing live stream where we talk about all kinds of cool stuff. We do giveaways once a month, sometimes more than that. I also have a news and opinion and gaming show called Common Sense Talks. Well, welcome, and hope you stick around. But tonight, we're talking about all kinds of different stuff. So what's my favorite fish? My favorite fish, honestly, is whatever is biting. But to be very honest, of course, bass fishing is one of my favorite. However, I greatly desire to deep sea fish or to open sea fish and to catch something giant. I truly want to go chase a marlin, a tuna. I also want to fish for sustenance too, as far as it wouldn't hurt to go on a fishing trip and have 1,000 pounds of tuna where I could maybe sell half of it and live off the other half for a year, and have all the tuna that I could eat, or mahi or whatever, or a sailfish. I want something big for the fight, but for fun, I also like catching carp. So I'm a carp fisherman, cat fisherman, bass fisherman. On this channel, we've caught everything from carp, catfish, bass, trout, salmon. We've caught, I'd like to catch sturgeon. So he's a big shad guy and bluegill. I've caught some big bluegill. You know what? I've caught a shad so far, but only a dink. I haven't really got any big shad. Never caught a big shad. So yeah, exactly. Right, Charles? I like everyday fishermen, not corporate sponsored fishermen. And then again, this might get me into a little bit of trouble, but it's the underdog, right? It's something about like if you could attend Texas A&M and like mom or dad or like you got this big fancy house and all this fancy bass boat, like when you're just coming out and you're already starting with all this gear and stuff, it's like great for you. I'm not jealous. I'm slightly jealous to be honest, but at the end of the day, I respect you for your success. But if my time and my backing goes to the little guy, the underdog, and the dude with a lot of heart, right? The guy that just fights, or the gal that fights and that just has that willpower. Mike Iaconelli comes to mind in that aspect a little bit, right? Never give up. But I like, when it comes to channels like Fish the Moment. So we've just been talking about what is your favorite fishing channels, right? I'm not trying to lose subscribers here, so go check out this. But honestly, nobody's watching just one fishing channel, right? Hopefully, we're watching a few, and we all have our own kind of likes and dislikes, right? But I think this, in my opinion, some of the best. There's what Bama Bass is good. Tide Pig Patrol is good. Milliken Fishing is good. Mikey Balls. Mikey Balls is underrated. Good dude. Fish the Moment is a very good channel. Intuitive Angling with Andy Blaukat. Mark Blackstock. He only has 2.5 subscribers, but he has already organized a fishing tournament for his followers. Oh, heck yeah. That's something that if I can get more local followers to support this channel, just subscribe, watch the videos, come hang out, I would be more than happy to do and host a local fishing tournament. I actually already have hosted one, but it was at the Kelsey Bass Ranch, so it was like private, but they've closed it, they've already sold it. So memberships are all expired. You can't do it there no more. So if we grow this channel, I appreciate everybody's support. I'm gonna be that kind of guy that does that. So here on this channel, we do a lot of giveaways. So I do a lot of stuff where I give stuff away, but I don't try to make it cheesy where I'm like begging for subscribers or viewers by giving stuff away. That's not what this channel is focused around. It's kind of like a little treat. Come hang out with me. We're gonna have a cool giveaway, but I'm also trying to help maybe reach people that they couldn't afford certain things. They could help them. B, even if they have all the money in the world, if they haven't thrown these lures before, here, try this. I try to give back and help the community. Also, if you're new here, we do a giveaway every month on the channel for members. But I'm also taking care of kids for Christmas. Last year, we took care of over 220 kids for Christmas. And this year, we're hoping to do as much. So we'll see how it goes. But I take people for, on fishing trips. They donate toys. And at the end of the year, we take care of Salvation Army. We take care of Toys for Tots. We take care of kids at my wife's school. We do all kinds of charity with the toys, and we give away. So, like, look, I could reach right over and boom, just pull a toy out. So I've got boxes and boxes of toys all around me. So we do a lot of cool stuff here. So welcome to the channel and thank you guys. So anyways, Wired to Fish is a good one. So we were having a little moment where what we're doing is we're shouting out our favorite fishing channels. Hopefully Common Sense Fishing gets a shout out, right? But Thai Pig Patrol, yep. Let's see here. This guy said Mark Blackstock. We'll have to check out. Lemansky said Blackstock. I'll have to check that out. I've never heard of his channel. So there's In Deep on the Delta with Steve Cooper. There's Coach Miguel. There's some cool channels out there I like to support, right? So First State Fishing is a cool one. He has a lot of subs, but it's almost all bank fishing, and he travels all over. Okay. Debo Fishing, as long as you don't try to take my bike and my chain while hired to fish. I want to go fishing. Well, if you're in the area, Dustin, let me know. Hit me up. Sam Matthews on Facebook. Just send me a message. At Sambo209 on Instagram. And I'm always down to go. So, fishing with Magla. Yeah, we got to give out that. Righteous Fishing. I've never heard of that. So, we'll have to check Righteous Fishing. Striper Gone Wild. I've seen their stuff. Pops World. I'm one of your subscribers. Some local channels. Mark Nav. Fishing with Magla, I actually think his editing skills are very good. I love that he fishes with his kid. I love that he fishes all over and that he's fished in Mexico, America. His channel will go places if he can get himself a boat. And if he keeps fishing, Fishing with Magla is a very underrated channel. The dude is good with editing his videos, and he's a decent fisherman, so he's going to get better. And if he keeps investing in it, he's a good dude. So I like Fishing with Magla. Halo rods. Can't say that I have, RC. Thanks, Will. Hopefully, we'll see you around a lot more often. Appreciate you dropping in. If you want, we're going to have a giveaway right now. So if you subbed, let's get you in the giveaway before you take off, hopefully. If not, let's hurry up and get this giveaway over with. So now that I got reminded, if you want to get in the giveaway, we're going to run it for 15 minutes. You do not have to be present to win. You just have to get a hold of me within, let's just say we're going to call it 72 hours. So you just have to be subscribed, like this video, please. And I want you to please comment giveaway. So at this moment, at this time, in the comment section, comment the word giveaway. And if you do that, you're entered into the giveaway tonight for another $50 gift card. So appreciate you guys. Just do that for me. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Comment giveaway. So we got our first entry is Jeffrey Garcia there. So make sure you hit giveaway. Ronald, you're in. Everybody's keeping it real if you're allowed. I don't know. You won the last one. We'll see. If you don't win this one, we'll put you in. If you don't win, if you win, we'll take it out. We'll put you in there for fun. So, C. Lemansky, thank you. So, Dustin. So, everybody, make sure you comment giveaway. We're going to run this for about 15 minutes so that if anyone's dropped out or if they come back, they have a chance to get entered into this giveaway. Because I did say around 8 o'clock we were going to be doing it. So, I'll put everybody in. And we're going to, at 8:35, we're going to stop. And then we're going to actually present. We're going to start the second giveaway, so we'll get into that. But in between now and 8:35, for the next 15 minutes, we'll talk ish. We'll have fun. We'll have a good time, and I'll keep reminding everybody that we're in a giveaway. Make sure you've mentioned giveaway in the comment section. And for those of you who are dropping in new, so if you're new to the channel, I don't want you to miss out on this. So make sure you comment giveaway and hit like. Make sure you're a subscriber, and then there you go. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll buy breakfast. Yep. Again, thanks everybody for being subscribers, for being members, for being viewers. If you're watching this after this is live, well, this is a fun channel where we have a lot of fun. So hit that subscribe and come check us out on the next live. And for those of you catching this live right now, thank you very much. All right, I'm going to start putting some names in real quick, folks. Don't take off, or if you do, make sure you're back by 8:35. Close this one. All right, so we got Jeff, we got Ronald, Roquemore. Lemansky, C. Lemansky, and Dustin Spence. Shout out to Brian Pritchard. He won the last giveaway like this, $50 gift card. I personally delivered it to him and actually took him fishing. So he won a giveaway and a fishing trip. If you win the giveaway and you're local, if you'd like, you also will win a bonus fishing trip. So instead of getting the giveaway card mailed to you, if you'd like, you can choose a date with me and we can set it up to where instead of mailing the card, we'll meet, we'll fish, and you can go home with a card that day. So it's your call. And if you're just getting here, make sure you comment giveaway so that you can be entered into tonight's giveaway. So we got Sheila Maskey, Dustin Spence, Mike Dozer, Curtis LeDuc. All right. Pops World, Charles Chalk Racho. And then thank you if you're new here. Appreciate you. Just smash that subscribe and like button and you're entered. This is how we hang out here. We have fun. Bijan and Barefoot Bassin. Oh man, I got double digit bass on Bijan's jigs. You guys better watch out for that guy. That dude right there, he makes the best jigs, man. Shout out to Bijan. His jigs are killer, dude. I got to make another order. I'm down to like my last 5 or 6. I'll tell you what, bro. You go put your little daughter to bed. We'll wait for you. We're gonna do it 8:35, but I'll wait. I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait till like 8:40, 8:45. I was gonna go at 8:35, but if we get any new people, like look, we got Barefoot Bassin and Bijan in. So if we wait long enough, we let everybody know tonight's a giveaway. We're having it right this moment. You need to make sure you comment the word giveaway and hit the like button and just make sure you're subscribed and you're entered. So you do that, and you're entered for our giveaway tonight. So go ahead and put your kids to sleep, man. Don't worry about it. We'll wait for you. Yep, B's jigs are fire, and I personally like mostly his jigs because he does make some with a weed guard, but the majority of Bijan's jigs, I've got 2 right here. Speaking of the devil, look. They have no weed guard. I specifically request them like this. I do not want a weed guard. So I don't want anything in between me and that fish. And he makes them with quality hooks. The paint job on them is phenomenal. And he uses good quality skirts. So Bijan's jigs, Bumblebee jigs. Shoo, I got a double digit on video. Yeah, no problem, dude. Go take care of your kids. All right, folks, we're going to hang out. We're going to let Dustin put his kids away, put them to bed. I'm going to go take a leak real quick. We're going to do this 8:45. We're going to do the giveaway. We're going to actually roll the giveaway. So I'm inputting names. So if you get here and you're just getting here, smash that subscribe, like button, and just comment the word giveaway, and you're entered in tonight's giveaway. Now, if you don't want to hang around, if you just want to win some stuff, I understand. Nothing against you. Enter, hit that like, subscribe, and be gone if you'd like. All you have to do is make sure you check back in within a day or two to make sure if you won. And if you won, you have 72 hours. That's 3 days. You have 3 days to get a hold of me via Facebook, Sam Matthews, send me a message, Instagram, Sambo209, or message on here and comment on this video and get a hold of me so we can start the process of getting your information so I can send you, either mail you the gift card, or if you're local, instead of mailing you the gift card, I will personally deliver it to you and we'll go fishing. So if you want to do that, option's yours. Instead of a $50 gift, you might end a $200, $400 gift. I'm not a guide. I don't charge for my services, but hey, If you want, you can kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. And if you're not, and you're from out of the area, I really appreciate your guys' support. Like we got Ronald watching from Duluth, Georgia. So shout out to him. Shout out to RC Creative in West Virginia, the Funk and CT in Connecticut. So we've got some viewers here from some different areas. I've got a viewer that watches from India and one from I think Thailand. We've got a couple in Europe. So it's really cool. Heck yeah. You just let me know when we go and I'll make sure that I pick them up. They sell them at the local Save Mart, so I just go pick one up and load $50 on them, the prepaid cards. So that's what I've been doing for the giveaway, just to keep it simple. So I've been doing prepaid Bass Pro Shop cards, $50, send them out. Because occasionally I'll do a reel and you might win it and be left handed, and I got a right hand reel. So for the time being, that's what I've been doing. But I think we're going to switch it up. Come Christmas, I've got something cool. So every member, if you're a member of this channel, every member in the month of December is going to get a free present from me, a free prize. So big, 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 big thank you guys. So, and it's not going to be cheap. Let's just put it that way. It's not going to be expensive, but you're going to get a couple of custom items from me. And, I'll even autograph them if you want or sign them just to say, hey, just because like care and thought went into it. Not that I'm anybody famous. I could give a shit about that, but it's just showing that I care. Thought, is it's the thought that counts, so to speak, right? And it's really the truth. You could go out and you could buy somebody something that's decent, but if you give them something that's of equal value or even more, but that the thought behind it, that thought really has a lot of importance to it, at least to me. So you guys will see. This Christmas I have something special planned for you guys. I don't want to ruin it though. I get all excited because I already know what I'm gonna do. So oh, someone calling on Facebook. Hello. Hey. Yeah. You need me to help out with it? I'm doing my live stream tonight, so tonight's not a good time. Plus, I've been drinking, but we can set it up for like maybe tomorrow. I can come by. No big deal. I'll let you know. It probably won't be much. You guys already have everything. You just need my help putting it in, right? Not matching up. I'll figure it out for you guys. Don't worry. You're welcome. Okay, bye bye. I just take care of people. See, just like that. So I got a friend. I'm gonna go help him do some plumbing work tomorrow. Let's see. I'm a plumber too, I guess. Oh, I'm a nice guy. Whatever. Salut. Congratulations to whoever's about to win. We're going to do our giveaway here in about 15 minutes. So just make sure you've commented giveaway. You hit the like button and you're entered in. So far, let's read off the names of everybody we have in tonight's giveaway. So I have Charles Chalk, Jeffrey, Ronald R., C. Lemansky, Dustin Spence, Mike D., Curtis L., Racho B., Barefoot B., and B. Zhang. Let's make sure I'm not missing anybody. How about that? So, Bijan, Barefoot, Racho, Charles, Pops World. Did I forget Pops World? What an idiot. I forgot Pops World. How did I forget? Slap me silly. Pops. like his channel too. He's always out there shore hustling, catching them. Oh yeah, RC. There we go. Get in there, boy. Yep. I'll have to send you a $50 dab instead of a $50 gift card. Put it in a wax candle. This room, oh, I could not have held a live stream in it for the last 2 weeks. For those of you who know me, take a guess why. It's October, 2 weeks. Oh man. So the room's been under renovation, so to speak. Bass Union, great channel and the best jigs. Shh. Yeah, Bass Union, I think I've seen that channel too. You know what channels I don't like? Can we get a stop? Can we get a consensus here? Let's get a raise of hands. Who here hates the thirsty hot female fishing channels? Like nothing against a female that wants to fish, but when like there's a dude like that's taking the photos, right? It's like some dude's like, I could be a good YouTube channel, but my girl has a big old camel toe and some giant knockers. I'm gonna put her in a super tight bikini and have her hold all the fish I catch. Yeah, I like a few too to wank off to, right? No, no, I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? It's like for reals though. It's like, damn it. On Facebook or whatever, you'll see this chick do like a post holding a fish, gets like 700 likes. You got like a, regular Joe holding up a 5-pound bass. It's got like 20 likes. It's like, poor guy. The hot chick's holding like a 1-pound bass, she's got 1,000 likes. Hook, line, and chill. You guys know what I'm talking about. Don't lie. All the guys are like, we know. You know it. Oh goodness. I look at that and being because I'm a creator, I'm just like, yeah, the booty's fine, Chi-Chi's nice, whatever. Okay. But that's cheating. It's like when you're standing in line and you're hella hungry and you're like, you see the food right there, and then people just keep cutting. You're like, people just keep cutting. You're like, I feel like like a Three Stooge moment. Like if I could personify what it feels like as a creator, when you try so hard and you rescue a dude of the Delta, right? You catch him like holy shit. You catch houses on fire, right? And you still can't get views, right? And there's this hot chick with like a 2-pound bass, and she's got like 100,000 views, and you're just like, oh, I wish I had big titties too. I mean, I kind of do. But you know what I'm saying, folks. Having fun here. See, this is the kind of fun we have. I'll get a little loose, have a good time. Drink a little bit, shite, talk shite. But we like to have fun. We give out as many tips and tricks as we can, talk about cool subjects. We do giveaways, try to give back to the community. So, also, I'm hoping maybe this year we can do a sponsor a family thing. So if you guys out in YouTube land who are local here are aware of a family, you're kicking their ass guy. Heck yeah. Yeah, Bass Union does some good stuff too. Yeah. Hey, nobody would watch any guy in a thong. Hell no, not me for sure. Oh goodness. I tried the banana. Maybe I should have been a banana in the thong. Stacy goes outside. There's a couple of them that are cool. There's an Asian chick who's a really good fisherman, who's like kind of really beautiful too. And she doesn't do it all like sexy too much, but she's so hot you can't like help like be like damn. But she catches big old fish too. There's a cool Asian chick from Japan, I think it is, who does some videos on YouTube, has a channel. I can't forget for the life of me what the hell the name of it is though. I don't even know if I'm subscribed or not, but I came across her stuff a couple times. She was actually really like good fisherman, tried to explain what she was doing. But oh yeah, right, the banana hammock. Oh, can you guys imagine? I should have gone out in the summertime in the banana outfit with no pants on and just some girly shorts or a thong where you couldn't tell, and then a thong on the outside, right, where it looks like the banana's wearing a thong. Oh man, I would do it too. Yeah, there's some good content out there. That's why it's tough to compete. So I try to provide good factual fishing information. I try to provide good videos. I think where I need to branch out a little bit more is I'd like to get some people in on these live streams to spice them up a little. And then when I go out fishing, instead of like catching fish and being like, "Here's another one. This is what I got." Might know more of a personal interaction with me in the moment outside and get some good footage of the scenery of what I'm fishing, the beauty of what I'm fishing, great fishing moments, fishing jumps, stuff like that, and focus in on a good quality episode moreover than excuse me, numbers of fish. Because what happens is I tend to want to save battery time because I've only got so many GoPros, only got so much battery, only got so much memory card. And I fish for 12, 14 hours at a time sometimes, in which a memory card may only last 2 to 4 hours. So you'd have to go through multiple batteries, multiple memory cards, not to mention, even if you had an endless supply of batteries and memory cards, the GoPros overheat if being on too long. So what happens is I tend to fish with the GoPro off. And then when I hook one, I hit record. So you guys are always seeing just the fight and the landing, not necessarily catching the hook set, catching the emotion and catching some of the other stuff. So I'm going to start trying to fish more of when I feel, when I'm catching, when I know that I'm about to go on a spree, when I start catching them, I'm going to start pre-recording so you guys can start catching hook sets. I can start incorporating much better quality fishing video. Also, different recording angles. I'm going to start talking to the camera more and incorporating some more tips and tricks and locations. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm catching the fish. And let's say, trust me, I caught 30 fish today, but here's a video of 5 of the best fish and how I caught them. Right? Instead of a video that has, I caught 30 fish that day, but I managed to get 20 of them on video. And it's like, here's another fish, plop. Here's another fish, plop. Here's another fish. Got him on the crankbait. Make sure you throw the crankbait parallel to shore. Plop. Here's another fish. Plop. You know what I'm saying? It can kind of get. So I want to make sure that I'm spicing things up. But these live streams too. This is where we really try to get down, have fun. I do giveaways, I talk, things that usually I wouldn't 100% talk about while we're fishing. So we have a little bit of leeway to open a rabbit hole down certain corridors and have conversations. You guys have that the biggest thing too, you guys have that comment box. So when I do a live video, I go out, or not a live video, when I do a video, I go out there, I have this thing in mind, I fish, and I edit it and I try to make a video for you. When we have these live streams here, you guys can start a conversation whatever hell way you guys want. All you got to do is drop a comment there, and sure enough, we're going down whatever rabbit hole you're talking about. So, Hella Bass is a great fishing channel. Bama Bass too. I don't know of more of your live. Yeah, so that's what I'm banana suit, right? Yeah, the live stream we're going to focus on. Hopefully, we can get more people in here. And if we can grow the channel, like super chats is a good way to generate money. For those of you who support the channel, once we get, live streams with 30, 40, 50 people in here and that thing starts flying, sometimes people are going to want to be heard, or they're going to want to make a point, and that super chat is a great way to do that and support the money or support the channel, because it's like donating a little money towards the channel, but then you make a statement, everyone gets to read it, and then I'll read it out. So we're not there yet. I've got a few super chats, in the year plus that I've been monetized. I've got like 15, 20 super chats. They don't happen all the time. But the idea is that'll be a great way down the road, generate revenue once we've got a lot of members on, we've got a lot of people on. Those a lot of cool ways to make money on this YouTube gig. But I've got to make sure that I'm delivering entertainment to you guys and gals. So I try to crack jokes. I try to be realistic and fun. I'm who I am. I don't really sugarcoat it. So sometimes I might rub people the wrong way, but I am a genuine good person. I don't like hurting people, and if I can, I'm always willing to help, give a helping hand. I'm willing to support, and I'll support charities, good causes. You point me in the direction of something. If I have a dollar in my pocket or the shirt on my back to give, I will do it. So hopefully, a few years of this and we can build a really cool community. So we'll see where this takes us. I've reached out to a couple other channels and had some decent responses. I've done a video with Nick the Informative Fisherman. I've got videos with Ryan Cook. I got videos with Matt Frazier. I've reached out to Greg Blanchard and spoke with him a couple times. Haven't been able to set anything up. I've got a video with Small Fry Rye. Really cool dude. He's very underrated. His channels are more philosophical. So he goes fishing and it's peaceful and it's great. And he does all this good editing and he catches fish, but he also talks to you about life and about the importance of things and stuff. And Small Fry Rye is another good channel that's actually very underrated. I don't think he's monetized yet. I don't even think he's hit 1,000 subs. Or if he has, I don't think he has the 4,000 watch hours yet. So in order to get monetized, it's a pain in the butt. You can have more than 1,000 subs, but if you don't have 4,000 watch hours, meaning if you aren't dedicating and putting in a lot of time, you won't get monetized. So there's a couple of criteria in order to get paid to do YouTube. You have to have a minimum of 1,000 subs, and you have to have 4,000 watch hours in 1 year. And that sounds easy, but it's pretty hard, believe it or not. So I went balls out, balls to the wall, and gave everything I had. And sure enough, I was monetized within like 1 month in a year. I think it was my first year I got monetized. It was right at like a year's date or just over. So it was a pretty cool goal that I set. We hit it, but now it's like almost in limbo, right? I want to grow the channel, but I don't have a lot of external money to focus. I don't have anyone I can hire to do better editing, so I can only edit as good as I can, and I'm not the brightest computer whiz. So I wish I could do more split screen stuff. I'm going to be researching and trying to get better at doing that stuff, but in the meantime, I share my fishing information and knowledge. We have fun. We do giveaways. I try to make this a very entertaining, fun channel. But down the road, I hope to do much better. So, I don't want the money. Oh yeah, yeah. Curtis Leduc. You want to see more live shows on the water. Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're saying. I got the GoPro 7 Silver. Damn, was gonna super chat. Well, all you gotta do, RC, one of these days, set your card up so that it's saved in there, and then whenever you feel like it, I'm here. So you guys know what's up. Oh yeah, we talk about that on the side, RC. I'll send you a Bass Pro Shots card in the mail, if you know what I'm saying. And yeah, but you got to win though, dude. Okay, so Dustin Spence, he's back. All right. So it's 8:46. We're gonna have our giveaway now. So I want to make sure I got everyone in here. So I'm gonna read off the names again. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Okay. We got Charles Chalk. We got Jeffrey Garcia. We got Ronald R. We got C. Lemansky, Dustin Spence, Mike Dozer, Curtis Leduc, Racho Bunch, Barefoot Bassin, Bijan, Pops World, and RC Creative. Oh, it helped the edits. Oh, yeah, yeah. What I'm getting at is I want to start figuring out how to transition between scenes where the screen zooms in on me and then pops back out and it's a whole new scene, or where one scene swipes in and the other scene comes in behind it. So the transitions between scene to scene are better. I want to start creating better thumbnails, which will require editing, and then the thumbnail has to be under so many megabytes. So it's like gotta be done a certain way, right? It's all malarkey. But so I got to figure out how to make better thumbnails to attract the attention, right? Like better marketing. And then in the videos that I make, I've got to get the timing and get everything done between the scenes correctly, the music or the noise levels. And then you're only allowed to use certain music on YouTube because you'll get a copyright strike. So you can only, if you want to use music, it has to be certain music. And then there's different special effects I want to start adding to my videos and to my stuff. So if you can help me with that, I'd be more than happy to send it to you. That's the goal. Down the line on this channel, I really do honestly would very much want to grow this into something much more interactive where we could do meet and greets. I'd like to tie in other channels who aren't scared. Honestly, I think I'm gonna be real honest right here. So we're 2 hours in on the stream, so I can cuss a little bit, but I think people are pussy ass bitches. I think people are scared of my channel. I think people know that I'm a decent fisherman. I'm a cool dude, but there are certain things about me that I've let loose or said. There's ways that I behave or that I am that maybe certain people that would have wanted to sponsor or become involved with the channel might get put off. And they're like, oh, he called, or oh, he says this, or oh, Casper hangs out with him. Uh-oh, you know. So I think maybe attracting people to share the channel with is going to be somewhat of a challenge because some people might, if they oh, that guy is he's cool, but he does this or that, or he says this or that, he might guilt through association type crap. So I could imagine dudes like Milliken Fishing would, MFers, he cusses a lot. I would imagine there's certain guys and their channels and their viewers, and there's certain type of people out there get really along with this channel. But there's some speed bumps that I've put myself in front of this channel growing into, let's say, a kid friendly channel, because I'm sitting here smashing whiskey and sometimes Casper shows up. He hasn't showed up in a few. I'm trying to keep this YouTube friendly for as far as, like, let's put it this way. I'm not this big powerhouse. I don't have like a .com site. I don't have a URL or a website with memberships like other guys do. I'm not on other platforms. So if I get kicked, I get kicked. There's no more, dream. There's nothing to chase. There's no more to do because I'm not on other sites. I'm not on, alternative media. There's no other thing. So this is the outlet that I've chosen to put my energy and my effort into. So I've got to try to keep it as clean as possible to be able to sell t-shirts or ads, to be able to do things with other channels. But that would be the goal, right? One day I would love to try to get collaborative operations going on between guys like me and Greg Blanchard, between guys like me and Nick the Informative Fisherman. More videos. I've actually got like 2 or 3 videos with Nick the Informative, but I'd like to do more. I'd like to get more videos with, like, get Tyler Frey involved. Let's get Coach Miguel. Let's get all the local guys. But I already know that who I am probably will already exclude a few sets of people from even wanting to come fish with me or hang out. And that's something I'm well aware of. I am who I am. There's Popeye saying comes to mind again. I am who I am, and that's who I am. I'm strong to the finish because I eats me spinach, right? I'm Popeye the sailor, man. And damn it, I am who I am, and that's who I am. So I don't change too much, let's say, to be like a kiss ass, want this and that. But you guys get what I'm saying, is that I probably put my own foot in my mouth enough to where certain channels may not want to work with me. I don't know. but the idea is I would love to grow this channel into a group of good people and unruly sailor types and gruff scruff folks and all kinds of folks. They are willing to have thick skin, that are willing to take some jokes, have a good time, and tolerate the lumps and bruises that this channel delivers occasionally. Because I guarantee you, every once in a while, I'm probably going to say something that's going to be like, oh, what did he do? So, because I am who I am, so we have a good time here. We keep it real. And, but hopefully the positive outweighs, any negative that you may once in a while encounter. Hopefully not any, but try to keep it positive and happy. But you guys get my long winded rant, right? So the idea is I would love to grow this thing. I would love to throw a lot of effort and money and time at this. So that's the goal. So stick with us. We'll see what happens. Common sense talks. I plan on focusing a lot of energy on that and trying to get that monetized, trying to grow that. But over here at Common Sense Fishing, we have a good thing going. I don't want to ruin it. So I try to keep things kind of PG rated. Yeah, appreciate it, Charles Chalk. I can't forget pops like that. So let's read some Mike Mike Barbenda missing. You trying to get double entered, fool? No, you should do zooms. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't. Yeah. Oh, I'm willing to do. Uh, if you guys would like, I'm willing to do members only once a month, maybe or something. We'll do maybe, or not once a month, maybe like 4 times, like once a week or something. We'll do a members only draw. So nobody has to pay for it. There's no special. And we could do a one on one. So if you're interested in doing a one on one, maybe we could do a Zoom chat. We could do a one on one conference call or private live stream to where I can even bring up Google Maps. We can go over fishing lakes and spots in your area. I can do a share the screen so we can do product reviews. If you want my personal opinion on anything, I'd be more than happy because I want to show the members before we got a giveaway to get to. So I apologize. Please bear with my little bit of long-winded rant. We're going to wrap it up here soon, and we're going to get to our giveaway. So, but I do want to put a lot of effort into making this channel worthy of your guys' memberships and you guys' supporting us. So thank you guys so much. So I'm trying desperately to make sure that I make these memberships worth it. So every month we're doing a giveaway for the members. But besides that, I want to make sure that you guys are always getting your early access on every video that I put out. I want to maybe do some kind of it was cool, like if we can grow the channel to do like meet and greets and barbecues and all kinds of stuff. So that would be the future of this channel if we get enough support. So smash that subscribe button, share the video. If you guys think that this is a cool live stream, you guys like the information and the community that you find here, share it. Let other people know, hey, there's somebody out there who's doing X, Y, and Z. So with that being said, we're going to get this giveaway over with. Now, don't forget, we have another one. We do a giveaway every month. So there's going to be another one coming up in November. And also December is our special Christmas. So if any time's the time to make sure you're a member, make sure you're a member before December. Because once December starts, I'm going to make sure you had to have been a member December 1st or before. So once we do our December giveaway, we'll make sure we get something out to every member. So every member of the channel, whether you're low or high, is going to get a special Christmas gift from me this year. So thank you guys very much. Now let's get this over with. New Zoom includes the whole family. Anybody that fishes cusses. All right, you know how it is. I try to keep it real. No, for real, my dad commented. Tell him get on his cell phone and put his own comment in there. Damn it. I need another subscriber. I'll take all of the subscribers and viewers I can get. Let's show this YouTube that this piddly old YouTube channel is worth supporting. We got to get the algorithm to boost us, right? Hey, buddy, this whiskey drinking crazy fuck's worth watching. He knows a few things about fishing, and he's fun. So, pardon my language. Sorry. Oh, let's go, Brandon. Psh, 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 psh. Oh man, I gotta take another one just for that. Look. All right, this is it, dude. This is me by myself. In the beginning of this live stream, this is a fifth. I think it is, right? The 750 milliliter. Yeah, this is a fifth. So I'm halfway through a fifth of McKellen by myself. Solo mode. So with that being said, Let's Go Brandon is more for common sense talks. So I don't want to offend everybody. I want to keep it neutral on the fishing channel as much as possible. But if your guys are interested, I swear I plan on bringing some hilarious new shit over to Common Sense Talks. So go check that channel out. I'm going to be dropping my own music videos and all kinds of fun, crazy shit. So, by the way, really quick, before we do the giveaway, this is the last shout out I'm doing, and then we're going to have a giveaway here, okay? So, I just wanted to do this real quick and let you know I am working on the full version. So, sometime in the next week or two, I plan on finishing this and having it done probably by Christmas. So I hope to have this new song up. And if you haven't heard it yet, check it out. Grab them by the lip. If you're not aware, I'm a rapping fisherman. I got a little studio here, and I do my own little YouTube songs.
Common Sense Fishing, the rapping fisherman.
So check it out.
Subscribe and like button. Check it out. This is YouTube beat, just dropping a little quick flow. You check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. I'm on another fishing trip. Common sense fishing, flipping with the stick. Trigger happy comfort grip, grab them by the.
You guys ready for a giveaway? Let's get this over with.
To the next spot,
all right. Anybody else are we missing? Make sure you commented giveaway so that you're entered into the giveaway.
You can see me grin every time I reel another in. Feels so good, it should be a sin. Nobody in a sin. That's why we get it. Every chance that we get, we're headed out the fish. That's what it is. Grab them by the lip. Every chance that we get, we're headed out the fish. That's what it is. Grab them by the lip.
So anyways, I'm going to finish that song. So he did, bro. All right. Let's put Mike in there. Oh, God. Yeah. I don't see his name, man. I don't see another little avatar, but we'll put Mike B in there because I'm sure your dad's probably sitting there just laughing his ass off. If he's hearing this shit, tell him I said, grab him by the lip. All right, you guys ready, folks? So let's get this over with. Thank you guys for watching Common Sense Fishing tonight. I really appreciate it. So don't forget to smash that subscribe. Make sure your notification bells are checked. I've got a lot of ass kissing to do since I've been gone for 2 weeks. We're going to have a couple of surprise giveaways, so my bad. But thanks for watching. You guys have been awesome. Dylan and putting up with my Bentley ass here because I'm already halfway through a fifth, so I'm not really drunk, but I'm feeling a little good buzz. So let's get this going on. 3 hours of drinking whiskey and shooting the shit with you guys. Oh, we got a new winner. Someone who's never won before. Barefoot Bassin. So you guys know how the rules go. Barefoot Bassin, you got 72 hours to get a hold of me. If not, and you don't, we're going to redo another giveaway and which would make it what, Wednesday, or we'll do it on Friday. So if you don't get a hold of me by Wednesday, or is it Thursday morning by now, either way, we'll make sure we do the redo the giveaway. So Jeffrey Garcia won the last one, so he's still got a card coming to him, and we've got Barefoot Bassin is the winner of this month's surprise giveaway. This is me getting a hold of you. Yeah. Nice to see you on. Thanks for sticking around, Barefoot. All right, Barefoot. So my name's Sam Matthews on Facebook, Sambo209 on Instagram. I don't like giving my email address out live on here, but you can go to the community tab, and actually my email information is available in the about section of the channel. So you can choose to get a hold of me through email, through Messenger, through Instagram, whatever. And more than happy, we'll set this up. I'll get you. You want a $50 Bass Pro Shops gift card. Sometimes it might take me up to a week or two to get it to you, because I've got so much crazy stuff going on with life, but I'd never forget. And I always, always, always keep my promises. And everyone who's ever won on this channel has always gotten what they've won. So I put him in, Mike. I put Mike B in. I added him. Let's see. We got Mike Barbana. I put his name in, didn't I? Let me make sure. Did I put his name in? Yeah, Mike B. Yeah, we added your name. So, and then we got Keeping It Real. So we put your name in, and then we put your dad's name in too. And then we got RC Creative. Yeah, we got everybody in there. But you already got yourself a $50 gift card, buddy. You share it with your dad. Tell him, congratulations. We will send it. It's a fact. I'll screenshot it. You know how it is. Out here, we always keep our promises. So stay tuned. Make sure those notification bells checked, and stick around as far as just notification bells, subscribe. And we plan on having a lot of cool giveaways before the end of the year. So we're going to wrap up this year with a nice, pretty bow. Big thank you to all you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun, hopefully fishing the Delta coming up this next Friday. And after that, I'll probably be fishing at Pedro or either McClure this weekend after that. And who knows where I'll be after that. So we will see you guys out on the lake, out on the water. As always, reach out to me if you're interested in fishing, if you're interested in donating toys for the toy drive. I'm always open to that too. We can take as many toys as we can to help the little kids. So thank you guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget, I'm going to be doing these every night now. So over at Common Sense Talks, we'll be having the conversation continue. So catch you on the next one. Have a good one.